that song was really like, that's really Georgia's battle cry. That's what my boy Bigger Rankins always telling me, man, that was the battle cry for Georgia. Yeah. We never had that, you know what I mean? Somebody to represent us like that. Yeah. And for me to have that song, man, I'm grateful. It was crazy, man. It took off and just had legs of its own, man. I guess people just really appreciated the energy of it, man. It was just totally different from what was really going on. So for us to have some music that brought that kind of energy, man, the bands latched on to it from high school to college to rec ballparks to the football teams to, you know, it just went out of control. Yeah. Hell, man, Beyonce just performed it on Coachella, man. So we got that kind of opportunities off of that record, man. 20 years ago, man, you know? So I was like, what? You know what I mean, man? It was actually real dope, man. A lot of the dudes, I don't think they know how to pay homage or give respect without feel like they being slighted or overlooked. You feel me, man? I ain't tripping about you, man. You know you can't with me.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? I know y'all enjoyed that, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button. Look at Rusty. Rusty said, look. Hey, I already knew what time it was. Hey, man, it's game week, man. Week 0. We officially here, man. It's been a long, drawn-out off season. And it's almost that time, man. We're in a few more days. That blue and white gonna take over Atlanta, man. So y'all go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button. Zoe gonna be a little late. But he will be on a little later on. Got caught up with work. So what's up, brother Poe? Hey, ain't no more playing GA, man. That's an epic one there, bro. Let me see who in the room, man. All right. Y'all know we had that initiative now. The initiative for this, we wanted to be at 100 platinum members before the first game. So y'all still got 4 days before y'all could we go ahead and satisfy this initiative, though, man. So we got brother Jerome in this thing. Is that Jerome? Jerome in the building? What's happening, baby? What's up, brother Jerome from North Carolina? Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good? It's game week. Like I said, we'll have everybody on. Just get through some preliminaries right now for the time being, and we'll go from there. And we're going to open it up, man, talk some football tonight. So y'all go ahead and y'all get prepared to come on up and talk some football. I see a bunch of people, supposedly, experts that think they know, how we going to look this year. I'm trying to figure out how these people got records and they got all this different stuff in relation to Jackson State. And it's like we closer to Jackson State than anybody. And I don't know how they got all that. I mean, but they got predicted scores, they got records, they got everything, man. So I'm like, how y'all that damn good and we ain't even figured it out yet. We right there looking at it. So, but y'all know, I like Zoe always say, man, people just mainly people say what they want to see, not necessarily what they know. They don't know. Like Coach TC said, man, they don't know. They know they don't know too. Hold on just a second, man. Well, I'm rusty on this thing right now. Pull these slides up real quick, then we'll get started, man. So it's Monday. It's game week, man. Officially game week. Y'all, When is everybody gonna make it to the A, man? Damn, hey, cuz, how you doing? Excited for game week. You gonna be in Atlanta, cuz? Let me know if you're gonna be in Atlanta. I gotta make sure I see you, man. I ain't seen you in years. Been a long time. Very long time. Prayers for Granny Ann. Oh man, what happened to Granny Ann? You Slim Ken in the room. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, he said, Buddy Pugh playing mind game. It don't make no difference. You can play all you want. Buddy Pugh ain't playing no ball. His team got to go play. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Miss Granny. Yeah, shoot me an email, Miss Granny, and we'll get that off your hand. Don't worry about that. We don't want them to go to waste. So definitely shoot me an email, and we'll try to get them tickets off your hand. Sorry to hear that, and that you know, that's life. There's been a lot of that going on lately, man. So man, you got to appreciate life, man. Appreciate life. A lot of people have been losing loved ones, you know. It's hit me and my family. It's hit everybody. Everybody on the panel has lost somebody, man. So it's been just a slew of just death. But that's how it is, you know. We're getting older now, man. So, you know, one of the things about that is that, you know, as you get older, you know, those that you come in contact with, your family, I mean, everybody's getting old each and every day. So with that being said, I touched down Friday morning, 9:45. Everybody look like they're getting in on Friday. The football girl says she's getting in on Saturday. All right, so keep this in mind, y'all. Friday night, man. Friday night, I haven't figured out the time yet. I'll figure that out when I get there. But when we put the live up on Friday, it will be what I'm thinking. It will be at the team hotel that we staying at. I don't see it being at the Omni. I'm not staying at the Omni. I don't really have any contacts over there, even though there'll be some stuff going on at the Omni. More than likely it'll be at the Atlanta Airport Marriott where we'll be staying at. So I'll get that squared away when I get in, and we'll have the show. So if y'all in the area, y'all pull up on us, man. We'll be more than happy to have you. Y'all see what we do, see what it really look like behind these cameras, man. So we touchable. Won't have any merch on hand, but hey, listen, I'll touch on that when we get through the slides, though. Today is going to be the last official day to pre-order merch. So if you haven't purchased any merch from us, we appreciate it if you will. We'll post the link, the website, all that good stuff, man. Shop with us, you know. And make a good Christmas coming up. Make a good gift. But nevertheless, man, appreciate everybody. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button, man. Hit the share button. I'm trying to figure out why anyone would want to consume any of that. I haven't visited. I don't even know what y'all talking about. Out of 100 people depart. That's correct. That is absolutely right. Blessing. What are y'all talking about? Somebody said somebody. COVID on the rise again. Yep. Got to make sure you stay safe. Cut COVID's air off. I don't even know what y'all talking about. I ain't gonna go look for it, man. Y'all know how this is a safe space, man. Keep that. Like I said, y'all, we don't get no shine to no haters, man. Y'all know where the haters be at. I don't know why y'all pull up in these spaces knowing that it's anti-JSU, expecting to hear something good about Jackson State and then come running and telling everything that you heard. Like, stop coming over there telling us what you heard. Because we ain't over there. I ain't over there. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what they saying. They don't know what they talking about. They just projecting. That's all that is. If I come in here and acting like I know what's going to happen Saturday, that's a projection too. Like I said, we got to just watch the game on Saturday because it's a new team. New team, new coaches is a lot. So, I mean, we can give you, based off what we've seen, we can tell you what we think. I've watched a lot of South Carolina State film. I mean, I think we got a good chance. We got a good chance to win this game, and that's the expectation. So we'll get into some football tonight. Hey, Ken, 1400. Is that a question, Terrell? So I just want to make sure people understand this. Just again, people say that the 1400 Club is an affinity group. I am not the 1400 Club. I'm just merely a member of the 1400 Club. Okay, let's make sure we understand that. KC-1400 Media is not Tiger Talk. It's not the 1400 Club. So people just want to couple everything into one big bundle, and it's not that. I say it all the time. 1400 is the address to the university. I mean, because I'm part of 1400 Club, and you have Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. It's KC-1400 Media. That's what it is. I understand the semblance. I even understand the not you good, bro. It's just it happens all the time. I see it. People spell club with a C, and people say Ken Clark 1400 Club, and it's like, no, you ain't really doing nothing but irking people who that who don't like to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So it's KC 1400, and I get it. I'm not getting on anybody. I'm just saying, like, that's the name of it. Let's keep it clean, man. So even though I'm a part of it, this is separate from that. I don't want anybody to think that what we say on this platform is speaking for the actual 1400 Club, because it's not. It's not. So I speak for myself. Zoe speaks for himself, and we don't even speak for Tiger Talk. When you see us on Tiger Talk, we speak for Tiger Talk. Then when we're not on there, we don't. So just keep that clean on that side. Has a quarterback been named yet? So Brother Allen, I think you already know the answer to that question, because if you ain't heard no quarterback name, you trust me. If Jackson State names a starting quarterback, everybody and their mama gonna be talking about it on the internet. You already know that. So if you ain't heard nothing, that means it ain't happened. So yeah. You said if I come to town before that, what do you mean? It's my home. Yeah, absolutely, I'm gonna be there before that. Absolutely, yeah. I'll be there, no doubt, man. So Brother C. Lee, I gotta get you back up on the platform, Brother C. Lee, man. You've been fighting in the chat, man. Not fighting literally, but you know what I'm saying. I'm also teasing. Just sponging for complaining about neighbors. I don't get that. I don't get that. Let's address that right now. Why are people complaining about people talking negative about Jackson State? I don't understand that. Like, why do you go to platforms that you know, like you already know what you're gonna get before you go over there? I just don't understand that. Like, just because you love JSU or you're a JSU alum or JSU fan, nobody has to be a JSU fan. People don't care about JSU like you do, or how like I do, and I don't really care what they think. So stop giving it light of day and stop talking about it. It don't mean nothing. And you see, this is what happens. Like, most of us don't really know what's being said, but when you go over there and listen to bull junk or stuff that gets you all worked up, then you run and tell somebody else about it. You just let that nonsense travel through the airwaves. Like, stop listening. Stop. You know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go to, like, it's foolish for me to go to McDonald's and ask for a double Mac. I mean, not a double Mac, a double stack. Hell, I don't eat that no more. I'm mixing the names up. Or if I go to Burger King and say, let me get a Big Mac, they're gonna run me out the drive-thru. They don't sell Big Macs at Burger King, man. They sell Whoppers. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to go to Burger King, ask for a Whopper. If you're going to go to a platform that has shown you time and time again, they've exercised their right to make content. And if they choose to make content, you have to understand the market behind that. There's a big market for anti-JSU content. Hell, the whole SWAC don't like us. That's why we call it DI Love versus the Coalition. Them shirts will be out pretty soon, by the way. I'm not gonna drop them until like mid-season. I may even make that into a hoodie. Also, the hoodies are gonna drop first of the month. Just got another order since we was on here. Y'all go ahead and make sure y'all order these things. Got an extra ticket. Yeah, man, y'all send me all them extra tickets, man. I'm gonna put them bad babies to use. And I ain't gonna sell them. I can promise y'all that. I'll make sure somebody got a ticket. Trust me. But it's football time, man. Listen, man, y'all had all summer. Y'all had all winter. You had all spring. You had all summer. And now we've entered into fall camp, and we're still talking about haters in non-JSU loving spaces. It's time out for that shit. Pardon me, that's my one cuss word for the night. It's time to talk about some football. The hell with them people, man, because here's the thing. I'm going to give you the play, and we're going to move on. The play is Jack State going to lose. That's what they're going to say. They're going to find every reason to say why Jack State lose. And if we win, they're going to talk about why we didn't win by a bigger margin, or we're going to lose. They're going to move it to FAMU. They're going to just keep kicking the can down the road, hoping that they are right. That's the game. And when you know that, you learn to just see it and don't see it. Who cares? All right, that's all I got on that. We ain't talking about no more haters. Don't come in the chat telling us nothing about none of that other foolishness. KT Dub, what's up, baby? 06. What it do? What it do, brother GA? That's right, Dino. They ain't gonna do the move the goalpost. Yeah, man. All is well in Cali, man. All is well. Yeah. The earthquake was about 2.5 hours northwest of my home, and then we got light rain in the area that we was in. There's some areas in Cali that were, heavily flooded, but if you weren't in those areas, you weren't really affected. It just looked like a typical rainy day. Besides, man, we from the South, man. We from the South with an elf, man. Like y'all know, we grew up right in the Gulf, so we've seen hurricanes all day long, man. And that was a tropical, whatever you call it, tropical storm or whatever. I mean, it's unusual for the West Coast because they haven't seen a hurricane hit land since 1939, I think. Been a long time, but we're used to that type of stuff, man. So it's all good. Our flights canceled? Nope, no flights are canceled. At least I hope they ain't. Boy, I'm in a world of trouble, but I ain't gonna even talk about that. But anyway, how did the merge go? To boom, just go to the YouTube page. Go to JSU Bands on YouTube, and you can see all the videos of the merge. It was a really successful event, man. Very successful. And even the fan fest on yesterday was awesome. All the teams were present. AD Robinson, the coaches, the president, Elaine Hayes Anthony, Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony, and support staff. And it's been a great weekend for JSU athletics. Today was the first official day of school, so we back in the fold, baby. Got another order that just came in. Appreciate y'all, man. Go shop, man. Shop on the merch, man. All right, let me put this up while I'm yapping and running my mouth. Appreciate you, Toy, for the purchase. Let's put this up right now. So go to KC-1400media.com. You guys go right now. If you haven't bought a shirt, I need everybody on the platform at least buy a shirt. Pick your color. I need you to go put an order in. Today is the last day. All pre-orders are gonna cut off at midnight tonight, and we need your support. Because all we're going to do is take all the proceeds from this pre-order run. We're going to submit your orders, and it would take a week or so to get the orders made. Once they get made, then we'll start shipping them out. Hopefully, we'll get them to you as fast as we possibly can. But all the proceeds of this particular pre-order run is going to be reinvested right back into the business to order more merch. We got some new dope shirts coming down the pipe. So we appreciate the support, man. We appreciate the support. We're gonna keep it rolling. So go to KC-1400media.com and shop with us. We got 7 items. We got 5 logoed items. We got red, we got blue, we got white, we got black, we got gray. All of the different color schemes for the season. And we got 2 actual We Love the Hate t-shirt. We got it in navy and we got it in red. So go ahead and pre-order. For those that asked about 4X, I actually had that added on yesterday, Saturday. So we added the 4X link. So the only shirt that doesn't come in the 4X is the gray. So go ahead and order your 4X if you wanted a 4X, and order up. Matter of fact, get all the 4Xs, because if I'm gonna have to order them, it'll take a little longer to get them 4Xs, but I got number love for my big brothers, man. And y'all got to make sure when you get your shirts, man, whenever we do have them, you'll have them hopefully before everybody should hopefully have everything before first home game. That's the goal. We definitely plan on having it way before that. But worst case scenario, because you don't control shipping, y'all know how it goes. You ship something, it could easily turn into, it can go from one day to the next. T Dizzle in the house. What's happening, brother? I wish I had one of them clapping sounds. The cheering and the clapping, bro, when you pop up. What's up with you, big bro?
Man, moving. It's good though.
Tired, man. You look tired, bro. It's game week. Come on, you gotta perk it up, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Everything going pretty good. Life is life. It's not gonna be
life is life
without something going on, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm wonderful, bro. Even
what
with
up,
all
Tiger
the
Nation.
Man, look, I told you, bro, we are professional lemonade makers, man. We take lemons, we take the lemons that life deals you, and you make the best lemonade you possibly can. That's how you do that. Somebody said, can't wait to see the weight room. Hey, me too. I can't wait to see it too. For those that are waiting, still waiting on some different pieces to come. And I had a conversation with Coach Beef today. Slight delay on some of the stuff that they're waiting on. Should be there possibly by the middle of the week. And when that is out, it'll definitely be shown to the masses, and we'll definitely get in depth with everything that we put a small hand in. Can't say you put a big hand because it'd be ruffling too many feathers. I don't care about them feathers, but I try to be respectful. But at the same time, we did a nice initiative, and I can't wait to really just go in depth on exactly what it was and how we got there. So that's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all putting them orders in. There we go. Somebody just ordered 3 shirts. I need somebody to order 6 shirts. I want somebody to order 7. Like, I need somebody on this platform to order every color, like every shirt that we got. I've yet, TD, we got 5. Somebody did 5, and I think somebody did 5. But I need somebody to get all of them. Just get 1 of each. That's what I need.
1 for every day of the week.
That's what I need. There we go. Every time y'all hear that sound, that's another order. So we're gonna leave the sound on tonight so they can hear it themselves. But Zoe, like I said, Zoe running a little late behind today from work. But this is what we was on, KC-1400media.com. Like I said, this time you actually get something for your money, man, other than just seeing the progression of something that you supported. If you did want to donate to Foundation Friends of KC-1400, you can go to Givelify. That's GIVELIFY. Givelify. All donations are tax deductible. So if you want to make those big donations, go ahead and do that through Givelify, so you can get that statement at the end of the year and you can write it off on your taxes, man. And we're doing some wonderful things. We're doing some pretty dope stuff with this foundation, man. Getting real creative with it. And, everything will not be. Oh, Brother Salerno. Oh yeah, we got Brother Salerno just picked up a shirt from me, man. Hey, listen, I can't wait to see y'all out there rocking the logo, man. Free photos for everybody that got a logo on. I'm gonna take a photo with everybody, man. So you post it on your social and tag me on it. How about that? DJ Soldier. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, man. If you want to make those donations, go to Givelify, pull up Friends of KC-1400 Inc. and make your donation. Back to the merch. These are the 2 that we dropped. We dropped the We Love the Hate. We only dropped it in red at first, TD, and then everybody started requesting that navy, man. They said we got to get that navy, white, and red, man. With that touch of red on it, because we got to make sure we got them true Tiger colors, and go from there.
It look good, man. I like the tiger design that you got going through the heart, man. It look like a.
Hey, we bleed Tiger Nation, man. It go through our veins. It don't make sense to a lot of people. People think it's an obsession, but no, we just born into it, man. This is our life, man. This is what we know. So it don't make no difference where we go. We still Tigers. We Tigers. I'm a Tiger in Cali. I can go to Alaska. It ain't gonna matter. I'm still be the same old JSU Tiger that I am. It don't make no difference where we at, because it's in our heart, man. So go grab those shirts, man. Y'all go shop. Last day today to pre-order. So all pre-orders are going to be concluded at midnight tonight, and then that'll be turned off, and then we'll move into the actual order. So we're going to turn off the ability to purchase, because we have to shut down on the orders so we can get the orders in. But if we do need to make some changes, we can do it on the fly. But we're going to use tonight's show to get us motivated and get us rolling. So go ahead to the site. If you don't know the site, matter of fact, let me drop that in the chat. I'm gonna pin it to the website. I'm gonna pin the website to the actual show in the comment section. To the website. Shoot. What else going on with you, man?
Oh, man. That much, man. Just trying to work on the free things, man.
There we go. Website is pinned to the chat. So all y'all have to do is tap that link and just go to shop. Go to shopping, man. Go buy yourself a shirt, man. Said shout out to the brother that told me about Valley. That's a Southern night right there, man. That's a Southern Jaguar right there. Definitely gonna be stopping when you come to Jackson. All good, brother. All right, what we had next, man? All right, let's get into some of these preliminaries. All right, for the week schedule, Thursday, August 24th, you got soccer at Arkansas State, Jonesboro, Arkansas. On Friday, you got volleyball at Stephen F. Austin, and then you got it at Tulane at 10 a.m. and then 3 p.m. in Mobile. Saturday, y'all know what time it is, man. We here for some football. We got volleyball also at South Alabama and Mobile. And then you got the MEAC SWAC Challenge, 6:30 p.m. Atlanta time. Wait a minute. That's 6:30 p.m. East Central time. It's 7:30 in Atlanta. Okay. I always had to make sure I look at that. Sunday, we got soccer again versus Murray State at the JSU Soccer Complex, and then followed by Tuesday, volleyball at Northwestern State. That's Natchitoches. That's what it is. Friday, follow that up with a volleyball at Central Arkansas. And then you have cross country, Mississippi College. And you got soccer at Nichols and Thibodeau. And of course, on Sunday, we don't have it on the screen. You know it's going to be Labor Day. You got OBC. JSU Tennis Academy. For any of those that, man, my daughter want to play tennis. So it's caught my eye right here, man. Monday through Thursday, beginning August 28, 2023. Here's the information. If you're interested in signing up for or signing your kid up to put him through the JSU Tennis Academy, it's going to be Monday through Thursday, beginning August 28th. Book your spots for $20 or drop-ins at $25. Open courts are $4 per person. All you have to do is contact Coach Hernan Guerrilla at hernan.guerrilla.reigns at jsums.edu or 601-985-8415. And they got the ages on here. So if you're watching right now, just screenshot the screen, and then you can just save that, and then you can actually refer back to this information as we proceed. Pretty dope. Got the schedules out. Everything didn't actually post, so I'm going to keep rolling from there. Track and field. We actually got men's track and field tryouts on the 31st, which is a couple of, about 10 days from now. Registration 2:30. Tryouts will be at 3 p.m. Hit up Coach Mark Thorne at Go JSU Tigers, xctf@gmail.com. If you're interested, you got to be a JSU student, of course, so they have that out on the website. But this is what everybody came for, man. K5 in the building. It's 5 days out, man. And it's been a long time, TD. Long time. So I love what the team is doing with the media, dropping the different jerseys. So we got 2 players wearing number 4. I think 4 days out, who do you think they're going to show? Jason Brown or Solomon Rogers? They might go Jason Brown if I had to take a bet. I don't know. They got a photo. I'm pretty sure they got a photo of him. They have him up there on the photo. Yesterday they had Isaiah wearing number 6. And of course, 7 days out, you had Brother 7 McGee. So K5, 5 days out to kickoff, man. Dope photo, man. I like this. I love
man.
Austin and his team.
The media team been doing their thing with having our content, man, with the creation, the views and the pictures and videos are clear. They on point. Yo, they doing their thing. Shout out to ASVP and the crew.
That's right. What up, dog? All right, MEAC SWAC. Let's get through it. We know everybody. JSU alumni meet and greet, Omni Hotel. I'm not gonna spend much time on it. We did touch on that pretty much every day. So this event, when you get to Atlanta, 5:30 to 9 p.m. JSU vendors are on site. We had somebody in the Platinum chat actually asked about whether or not there were going to be any vendors selling merch at the meet and greet. I said, absolutely. At the Omni Hotel, at the alumni meet and greet, they always have vendors. It is a free event, so there's no cover. You know, feel free to come out or head over to the Omni this Friday for the meet and greet. JSU Guard Yard tailgate, actually that Saturday, which we will show up over there. Ticket will be required to join. Sylvester, you're out there, hit me up, man. We got to get some tickets down. I know they sold out. Need y'all to open it back up. We had some changes to plans, but nevertheless, we'll figure it out. And of course, Friday night, this will be a post-show outing if anyone choose to head out. What is it? Sticks and Whiskey pregame night out. Obviously, it's at Greenwood Whiskey at Stanley Cigar and Lounge. This Wednesday, HBC United at Truist Park versus the Mets, the Braves versus the Mets. If you're in Atlanta, head on over for HBC Unite. Dougie Fresh, Fan experience gonna open up at 2:30 at the Summer Hill Lot A for the cricket experience. They have Dougie Fresh at 2:30, followed by Rashawn Ali at 3 p.m. And here's a breakdown of all the events that are going on actual game day. So you got, the fan experience opens at 2:30 with sponsored activities, 3 p.m. You got the live podcast with Dougie Fresh and Rashawn Ali. Then you got the Dougie Fresh appearance, followed by the high school jamboree, more sponsored activities, college band jamboree, sponsored activities. And then you got the gates that open at 6 p.m. So the gates open at 6, fan experience closes at 7, and then kickoff at 7:30, man. So feel free to refer back to this slide if you need more information. But this is what everybody come here for, man. We got South Carolina State versus Jack State, the rematch. TD, they got us, man. They got out on us in 2021 versus at the Celebration Bowl. We lost 31-10. Not the same team. Obviously, it's a much different team. South Carolina State probably got more players playing on their roster than they had in that particular game than we do on ours, I would say. In my film breakdown, we're gonna get into that. It's a great question. I actually, and I'm gonna open it up for the guys for all the football guys out there. Kobe, more than welcome to come up. Blue, you guys are more than welcome to come up, talk a little football. I know Zoe, like I said, Zoe will be on a little late, and this is gonna be an open forum tonight to get into it, and then we'll have the same format on Wednesday, and then Friday we'll definitely have a little bit more meat and potatoes. May even try to get some appearances on the show, but we're gonna keep it short and sweet on Friday. We won't go too long because we don't want to tie you down. I know most people won't be sitting down able to watch a show, but it'll be great for those that aren't in Atlanta to be in tune with what's really happening. So, TD, I'll let you start off. Have you had a chance to look at any of South Carolina State stuff? I've done a lot, man, over the last few days, man. I've really went back and watched the entire South Carolina State, Delaware State game. I watched some clips from the Celebration Bowl. Watched the North Carolina Central game. I watched Kobe's video of the spring game again. Did a good little bit of watching film on there, man. And I got my thoughts on it, and I'll hold a little bit and just kind of allow everybody to kind of come on in and walk.
First of all, I want to call it a rematch. I don't like the rematch thing. I understand we playing them again, man, but they took us for all the marbles, man.
I like it for a rematch because I want my lick back.
Yeah, man, but they walked away with the trophy, the ring, and the cash. Hey,
I get you.
So I'm like, okay, yeah.
No, it sucked because we weren't in a situation where we could, it was for all the marbles. It was the last game of the season, and man, TD, I remember that game, bro. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm just like. It felt like the engine. You know how you feel. You know how your starter would go out on you, and it just won't turn over. It just seemed like we couldn't get going, bro. We scored that first touchdown to Keith Corbin, 7-0. I said, "Oh yeah, this gonna be easy right here, baby." And we ain't scored no more touchdowns the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's a lot of mishaps for that. And I mentioned before, I think the changing point of the game was that fourth down play when he ran Shador instead of, maybe hitting Warren Newman or throwing an out pass to the running back and picking up that 1 yard. So I think that changed the tide.
That hurt.
Yeah, because if you pick up that first down, we go 14, maybe 21 to 0. Possibly. And then you ain't got to worry about.
You saw the momentum swing. You know how you play football just like I have. To see you saw the momentum swing in that play. I looked over, and the reason why I say that, TD, is that actual play. I looked over to the sideline, and I could just see the confidence building in that team, man. I was like, this team feel like they can play with us, man. And then I was like, damn, we can't play with them. Right. And they just kept hitting us and kept hitting us and hitting us, and we didn't fight back, man.
No. We lost that one, man. But like I said, there'll be a good chance to at least try to win back the series, because I think they beat us a time or two before. So it's definitely time to start getting even. But
Well, I think the record all heads up all time like 3-2 or something like that. I gotta. Yeah, I think there we go. Somebody just put it in the chat. I think from a record standpoint, we got them by 1. They got us by 1, so we're tied up 3-3. But we haven't played them much. But I think with it being close proximity, losing in 21, and here we are two seasons back again. It's like I don't really give a damn. We need to win, bro. At the end of the day, it's the first game of the season. Is TC gonna get his first time, his first head coach job, man? I can say that a whole lot better. First game as a head coach. Let me say it
right.
And you got to get that one, bro. And I think once he get that first one, it's gonna feel so darn good, man, for him. And I think we're gonna be ready to roll, man. So
yeah, Coach Taylor pretty. Although he walk quietly, man, he can be a pretty intense person, man. He's serious about what he do, man. He's serious about his team and
right.
what he expect. I mean, the disrespect been there, and he feel like he has something to prove, and I know that he will. Win, lose, or draw, man. Coach Taylor's gonna get out of his team. The team is ready. Those boys seem excited. They seem to be fit. So it's time to play, man.
I'll say this, man. I think the world is gonna be watching. It's gonna be on ABC. Everywhere I've gone, TD, past three days, man. Don't matter, man. Every time somebody see Jackson State on, I've had 3 people today say, that's the school that Dion coached at, right? I'm telling you. And all of them were white. Just keeping it a buck, So I think because of that notion, you're gonna have a lot of people tune in just because there's gonna be some people tuning in. We know the HBCU world gonna be tuned in because of Jackson State. They want to see if Jackson State really fell off, or they want to see if the recruiting class really is that good, or they want to see South Carolina State beat us again. It's gonna be for whatever reason. But I think we're gonna get 2 million plus watching this game because it's gonna be 7:30 on a Saturday night, and it ain't gonna be a lot of football being played. So it's week 0. Next week, you're gonna have everybody. College football is gonna be back in full force week 1, but this week we got a week 0, which is a bit unique. And 7:30 p.m. on primetime TV, ABC. You can't lose that one. You can't lose that one, dog. We got to go get that one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we on, man.
Yeah, we got to go hard for it too, man. I mean, I'm not expecting anything less than a team to go head and shoulder for Coach Taylor in the staff, man, because those guys really been putting in the work. Coach Taylor showed those guys love. And man, hey, at the beginning we play for Coach TC. So that's what they
that's right.
Now it's time to put up, baby.
Yeah, that's right. I know we done switched over to they don't know and all this other. No, play for TC. That's what they got to go do. That's a great point, bro. Glad you mentioned that.
So here's the thing too, man. I know you real high. You high on the team period, but you're definitely high on the D line. With Corey Fields, returning. And he's man. Like I said, he won the first Celebration Bowl, so he's been playing now 3 years, so he's very experienced.
But his I think the best game he's had though. The best game he's had since that moment was that moment. So it's not like I know he had some injuries last year, but if you just look at what he's done since that last half of football, which was probably the best half of football he probably played his whole college career. That's no knock on him. He played lights out, man, and he won the national championship for them. And that's dope. So I am big on our defensive line because of one word, TD, depth. People talk about South Carolina State's defensive line, and trust me, Jablonski Green is a pro. I know number 43, what is it, Knobloch or Goblock or something to that effect. I just know 34 and 43, those are the two. And that D line is stout for South Carolina State. I'll give that to them. But the question I'm gonna ask anybody is, what are they gonna do in their 2 deep when those guys are not on the field? Is there gonna be a drop off? Because I can tell you right now, with Jackson State, it won't be a drop off all the way through our 3 deep. And I'm not saying that I don't have my blue and white glasses on. I'm just telling you what I've seen and telling you what I know. And we got 3 levels deep and starter level talent on all, on our D line. And the strength of South Carolina State, everybody knows, is their running game. I think if we say, like TC said when he was at the press conference, we're going to have to put Corey Fields in a position. You got to prove to me that you can beat me with your arm. You're not going to beat me. You're not going to beat me. I'm not going to lay down. Our game plan, and I'm pretty sure that the coaches are going to do everything they can to zero in on the run. We're going to stop the run. We're going all in on the run. Because here's the thing, our defensive schemes, from what I think we'll do, is I know we're not going to sit back and run a press man all game. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to run a man the whole time. So I don't know how Coach Bradley is going to mix it up from different schemes, but I know we're going to do some zone. We're going to do some man. We're going to do some blitzing. We're going to do some 3-man fronts, some 4-man fronts. Hell, we might even do a 2-man front and go some amoeba style. Ain't no telling, but the point that I'm making is you're going to see a lot of different looks from this defense, from a lot of different formations, a lot of different personnel packages and groups, fresh rotations, because that was the thing that was strength. That was our strength last year, TD. We utilized our depth on defense, and it allowed the defense to be fresh pretty much the whole game, which when you get to the Celebration Bowl, we don't do that because we got 6 defensive linemen that are not there. But now it's Gaddy sitting on the sideline in a jumpsuit for being late, and Coach Prime pulling him, and to Big Boosie, to Castle, to True Thompson not being there, to Katron Evans being in the portal, to Big Country in the portal. I mean, you lose a lot on the D line, and now you don't have the rotational bodies now. You know what I mean?
So I heard you mention the different type forms of defense or schemes that might be running. With the defensive line being as well prepared and as deep as you say, it shouldn't be too much blitzing going on, huh?
Well, I think if for those that the team in the NFL that I think does this better than anybody is the San Francisco 49ers, man, with Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa and that defensive line, that 4-man front, they give the defensive coordinators for San Francisco which was D'Amico Ryan, who actually now the head coach for the Texans now. But I think it was D'Amico Ryan. I'm almost certain that's who it was. Was it D'Amico Ryan who was at San Francisco? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was D'Amico. But they were able to get pressure on your quarterback with your front 4. So what that tells you, TD, is that if I can get pressure with 4, I got 7 players you got to throw the ball through. That's
right.
Hard as hell to do, man. At all times, a quarterback that's getting pressure. Yeah, it was Ryan. Thank you, CK1. It was D'Amico Ryan. Yeah, so he's head coach for the Texans now. So, but I just saw them apply so much pressure, man, on the quarterbacks, and only thing, they was a quarterback away from being in the Super Bowl, bro. I know Brock Purdy, and you had, that's a whole nother story for another day. It take Corey, because Corey's a Niner fan, to really go into depth with what happened to that team. But that defense was insane, man. That defense, they had a champion. They had a Super Bowl contending defense, and I'm telling you, they did it with a front 4 that was capable of applying pressure. Can South Carolina State do that? I think so. If we got to come ready. Our offensive line got to be ready to protect our quarterback. But here's the thing. Oh, they did have great linebackers, by the way. They did. They really did. They had nasty, fast, agile linebackers.
That what I was about to ask you. With that front being the way that it is, how comfortable are you with the side-to-side running with the linebackers as far as covering the tight ends and back?
We got basically three Keontae type running linebackers. You put Allen Walker in the middle, and then you got JJ along with Isaac Peppers. Isaac Peppers is a former all-SWAC player, transferred from UAPB. Still got KJ, who had a monster SWAC championship game, and got a lot of experience in the defense, not to mention the youth. I'll just stop there, not to mention a whole lot of names. But if you look at just some of the bodies that you've seen, just even from the scrimmage, for lack of better terms, right? Javarian Jenkins, quick linebacker, strong, you know what I'm saying? Not your average big linebacker, but a surefire tackler. You got Alan Walker who looks the part and plays the part, big physique. And then you got Isaac Pepper that's a tackling machine, quickness. So sideline to sideline, I'm not worried about it because our linebackers are going to be fast. You get what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing. And then you got good rotational size. But then the backside is going to be the key, because I will say this, not including Travis Hunter from last season, we absolutely are better ball defenders with this team than we were last year. Absolutely. That Travis played 5 games, but Travis was every bit of the 5 stars that he was. You see what I'm saying? So the linebacker core is going to be great, man. It's going to be fine because you're going to see some instances where you're going to see I love the young guys, man, that are out there. I love you got Josh Clark. It's so much we can do with the linebacking core. They're able to mix it up. You're going to see some 4-2-5s. You see what I'm saying? You're going to see some 3-3-5s. You're going to see some 4-4-3s. You know what I'm saying? It's so many ways you can go. So I think the strength of the defense is the D-line, but it's also going to allow every position behind them to be even better, to do what they do and to take the pressure off. Last year, we absorbed a lot on the inside, TD, and then you let Aubrey do what he do. So if you're thinking about Aubrey, this ain't the same style defense. You know what I'm saying? Aubrey would eat in a defense like this. But at the same time, my point that I'm making is when you look at our DBs, we got a fantastic DB room, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a really good linebacker room. We have a superb defensive line. That's what I'm saying. The defense is going to be crazy. They're going to have to beat us, man. They're going to have to score some points to beat us. And I'm just telling you, I don't think it's going to be as easy as people want to think it is. I'm not going to get into the back and forth. If people want to think that Jack State ain't going to be very good, then by all means, you got the right to think that way. But I'm telling you right now, man, the defense, probably the most question marks to me are on the offensive side of the ball, more so than defense, because it's just some things you got to see happen throughout the span of an entire game. You know what I'm saying? With tempo, is the line going to be consistent to protect the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? How's J.D. Martin going to look? Which I think J.D. Martin going to have a monster year. Who's going to start at quarterback? We still don't know the starter at quarterback officially just yet. The wide receiver core is going to be great, but again, you got to open up them holes. You got to. So I expect the question marks on the offensive side. Defense, you wasting your time trying to tell me that our defense ain't going to be rock solid and really damn good. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you don't believe that defense is going to be solid, just go back and look at Alcorn last year. That defensive line was, were they the best defensive line in the league? It damn sure looked like it when we played them, because we couldn't block nobody.
I tell you what, man, as far as offense, J.D. Martin always looked good to me coming out the backfield.
He does, man.
At the backfield and then up the seam, he's real good at that, man. So when you have him in the backfield and possibly, I don't know what Coach Harris' plans are, but got to mix up with he and 7 in the game at the same time. You don't know which way the ball going.
Yeah,
figure out one side for 7 or in the hit JD. And it's like to work with that, man.
You may see Isaiah Spencer come out the backfield. You don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's so much. You don't know, man. We got everything that we've wanted from the offensive side of the ball, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna get that. We're gonna play that made sense football. Not no more this, what the hell did y'all do that for? Like, that didn't make no sense football. And we played a lot of that don't make no sense football over the past couple of years, if we being honest.
So what about like the depth at the offensive line position? I mean,
we got good depth. We got some youth mixed in there as well. I feel good about it, man, because I like the coach and I like his pedigree, and I like what he's done with the team. We've seen the progression, And on the O line, it just comes down to attrition. You know, you always colliding with players all game, and you want to make sure you stay healthy. And Santee been gone, y'all. Yeah, Santee gone. He was in the XFL trials. Y'all saw that? Maybe you did. But so yeah, I think that's the main thing. You know, just but he mentioned he need 8-9 guys that he can trust. You know, so. But we do have some. We got some youth mixed in there. And I think we got some youth that's gonna get some good burn, man. You got Quay Davis. You got DeQuarius White. You got who else we got up in that thing? That's a true freshman. You got Christian Walker, who we've seen in that joke. Is it Success Chukizi? One of the coolest names out there. You know, you got some. I may be missing a freshman, but no, I like the core, man. I like the core of the O line. I mean, it's a lot bigger than what we were. So we have a bigger line, and each coach build the line out the way they want to do. But here's the other thing, TD, with the amount of tight end play that we're gonna have, you're gonna have tight ends in the game that's gonna assist with blocking as well. There'll be a threat to catch the ball out of. There'll be a passing threat, and there'll also be support for the running game as well as pass pro.
Right. And then with the offensive line, you don't want to do too much switching out anyway. You definitely want that group to build a chemistry together. However, you do want to be able to plug and play if necessary, because like you said, they are in the trenches, ankles and different things, can happen. You want someone to come in and just really fill the void. So right. I mean, and then when people talk about, again, JD, he addressed this a lot of time at Swag Media, and since he's been, just doing interviews about the issue that he had last year with not holding on to the ball. The biggest thing that I like to deal with in life, and when that problem comes to you, go ahead and deal with that problem, head on rather than dancing around it. And that one thing that he hasn't done. He owned up to what it was. He said he faced it and dealt with it, so he's ready to go. So now we're gonna get him in the ball. I mean, and then I'm happy with the depth at running back, man.
Me too. I'm a fan of the running back room that we, I love J.D. Martin, Erwin Mulligan, Ahmad Miller.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? My goodness, man, Zeke Johnson and Desmond Moultrie. Yeah, you know what I mean? Kevin May.
May, definitely.
Yeah, we got some studs. Mari Matthews, shucks, man.
I heard a lot of stuff about May when he was in high school. I definitely like to see him get on the field. And just to, I heard he's very shifty.
Yeah, we got some hard runners, man. We got some hard runners. The running back position in football is evolved, man, and it's not the same. It's running back by committee. But I like what we got, man. I really like what we got because it's a personnel. It comes down to the coach, and then you comes down to the scheme, and then you come down to the right personnel to match the scheme that you're running. And trust me when I tell you, the pieces fit. That's one thing about this team. That it doesn't just seem this team is built very balanced. The coaches had a great strategy. And they did a really good job, man. Coach TC was put in a tough position. He really was, man. To take over in the position that he did. Look at how far we come along, man. I mean, it just seemed like just yesterday he took over and we didn't have a staff except 2 coaches and a bunch of players hitting the portal. And here we are going into game week. Time done flew by, bro.
And he went to work. I mean, it was like poetry in motion the way he started doing things. But when you've been longing to be in that position as head coach, definitely for your alma mater, the school that you played for, man, I think he already had his list of everybody he probably wanted, man. He just like, hey, man, let's go. He just preparing, man. So to watch him work and build a team that fast and start getting the recruits the way he did, I mean, that within itself deserve what you just did, taking your hat off. So, and then they started to play with TC campaign. So, I mean, I definitely take my hat off to Coach TC and what he's done. I mean, his staff. I mean, we had the privilege of meeting the staff, and man, those guys seem genuine and sincere about what they're trying to do. I mean, I'm looking to see how and then because I look at all the position that even at tight end, man, we deep at tight end, running back, quarterback.
We are.
So now I want to see who's gonna take the bull by the horn and you know, and claim their position and get the playing times on the field. Because I think the coaches are gonna be, you know, I don't want to use the word fair. They want to go with what's gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Forget favoritism. Let's go.
Hey, that's what they're gonna do, man. I mean, you win the game at practice. You know what I'm saying? But I saw that, you know, Jeff put some stuff out, you know, Coach Buddy Pugh saying that this team is gonna be is more talented than the team that they beat in 2021. And I actually agree with him. People think it was gamesmanship, but I'm like, no. Looking at it from top to bottom, there's no slight to anyone. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you had a true freshman quarterback who had probably the worst game of his college career, that game. And I like what I see. Coach TC is very intentional about how he built his staff, how he built the team. You know, he loved big wide receivers that are fast and agile, similar to himself. And his core that he played with, you know what I mean? The Lawrence Stories, TC Taylors, and the, you know what I'm saying, you know, the thick pins and Thor thick pins and the you know, he played with some really good wide receivers, man, and Boyd Bradford and all these different studs, man. But if you look at the core that we have, man, we got some really good, talented, skilled players. So we're gonna see.
I like that, brother C. Lee.
What do you say, Coach? He was prepared for the job. He wanted rather than being content for the job he had, which is why he was able to accomplish so much. That's correct. He was ready from go. He was ready, man. He was ready. He had his staff ready to roll. At least the majority of his staff was pretty much assembled already, and he was able to, you know, get some really good pieces in here, man.
And Ken, back to what Coach Pugh had to say, Coach. What do you expect other coaches and players to say when they get ready to play a
Daniel Guy. There you go, Mike. I'm sorry. Daniel Guy. That's right. Tim Manning. Daniel Guy. Yeah, they had a slew of big time wide receivers when Coach TC was playing. But yeah, that's right. That's right. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
But yeah, man. I mean, when have you ever heard another coach or a player come out and just talk trash about the other team? Like, you know, they're not good. You know, the quarterback short arms the ball. I mean, it's rare that you hear someone just come out and say, you know, that we think we're gonna walk over that team or something like that. So when you hear stuff like, you know, what Coach Pugh said, I mean, he was pretty on point by what he was saying. But you know, what else did you expect from the opposite coach? I mean, or players? They're not gonna come out and trash what, you know, the other team or the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it depends on the coach. I mean, I don't think I don't. Buddy Pugh ain't that type of dude. Buddy Pugh been coaching 40 plus years. He's been coaching as long as I've been alive, man. So, and he's a respectful dude, man. But he talked about playing against the teams that Coach TC was on the staff for and the type of team that he played with. And he knows how they're gonna get after us. That's what he was saying, you know. That team is going to be prepared. Coach TC going to do what he got to do to come get out. I mean, he knows it. And then you also know the talent that's on that roster. Them coaches know talent just like they evaluate their own teams. They know when they look at our teams, they look at the players that we signed and committed. They also know that, you know, that's going to be the case. So at the end of the day, you still got to go play the game, though, because we had a lot of talent on that roster when we played in 21. And like you said, one stop, one turnover. I mean, you get a stop. Then I think they kick a field goal. I think they scored a touchdown, and then you get a fumble on the 5-yard line, bro, in the red zone because the quarterback holding the ball too long, and he got the ball out, hanging the ball out like he Michael Vick. And
was that before? That was right before half too, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you have something like that going on, and then you fumble the ball, you put yourself in a really bad spot. So, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
And
not
by the
saying
way, y'all, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, we not touching on any of the players that left.
right.
I couldn't care less about. I got number love for the cats that they represented JSU. If they're not in a JSU uniform, I don't give a damn about it. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but it's game week, man. I don't care nothing about none of that. A player that left is none of my concern. None of our concern. We're gonna focus on the players that's in Jack State uniforms and the players that represent the university right now. Whatever anybody's doing, whatever they at, that's on them. So we're gonna leave that alone.
Right. And I want to make it clear. I wasn't saying that Coach P wasn't genuine in what he was saying.
No, I know. I didn't take it that way.
I sincerely think that he was, but I mean, I was speaking for sports in general. You rarely hear another coach just talk down on another coach or another team or another player. It used to be a situation, most of them say, get your popcorn ready.
Well, they got some trash talkers out there, man. You got in the conference, Coach Connell Maynard. He'll let you know how he feel. He gonna speak his mind. You know what I'm saying? So, he said, "How do I feel about the way they were throwing?" I mean, again, like we weren't. They were the more physical team. At least it looked like it. They played way more physical than we did. That without question. That wasn't even close. But I can tell you right now, this team is gonna be physical. You hear me? we the hunters now. We the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm gonna just say like this right here. Nobody really knows. Really, you can just take the personnel. At this point, you're making assessments based off personnel, based off tendencies, based off pedigree from the support staff. You know what I'm saying? And you look at our staff, right? Let's just go through offense real quick. You got an offense coordinator who, come from a really good pedigree under Coach Hugh Freeze. Liberty has has a really great resume. I think Coach Maurice Harris is going to be superb this year, man, for us. Then you go into the quarterback coach, Quinn Billerman, who's a quarterback under Coach TC. So you got the camaraderie there, played the quarterback position. He was the wide receivers coach at Duke last year. And then you look at the O-line coach and assistant offense coordinator coach, Justin Onyebagu, who is a rising star in the offensive line ranks, played O-line for Northern Illinois and coached with Coach TC, I think at North Carolina Central. So just got a great resume, man. And then at the same time, when you talk about the running backs coach, Coach Brandon Morton, who was a GA under Coach Prime the last 2 years and worked with running backs. Then you got the wide receiver coach, Coach Bryson Abraham, who was the wide receivers coach for Texas State last year. Played some wide receiver all the way through the pros for a short stint. And then you look at the tight ends coach, Coach O, obviously. Then you get to, I think that's pretty. You got some offensive analysts as well. We'll just stick with the support staff. We'll just stick with the primary roles, though. But when you look at that staff, I mean, I think we got a really good core of coaches.
Hey, Ken. Blue in the chat. You want to drop the line for him again? Drop the link.
Oh yeah. The link's in the chat. I drop it for you one more time.
He might not have been out there when you told him that he and Corey and Coach, whoever else wanted to come up.
Yeah, if y'all want to come on up, man. Let's talk some football, man. That's what we on. The fuzzy stuff, the fun stuff is all that other stuff. That was summer talk. It's time for some football now. But Coach, that's what he said. That's right. I think let's say Pugh meant what he said by Coach TC. But I was thinking it's a diamond on the previous coach from Pugh's vantage point. He knows TC is the real deal. It's possible. What up, Golden Boot? What up, big dog? What up with you, brother? If we don't fumble and score that second touchdown in the game, would have been a different outcome. Yeah. Like Zoe said, if your auntie had a pecker, she'd be your uncle.
Oh.
That's what he said. He said if your auntie had a pecker, she'd be your uncle.
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah. my blue.
One of them Zoisms. That's all. A little something. I don't know. Yeah,
man, Blue ready to skip the next 5 days and just go straight to football, man.
Nah, we talking football, man. It's game
week.
I'm
talking about, if you look at his comment, Blue, what he put in there. We said, let's go now.
Oh yeah, he said kick it off tomorrow. That'd be nice. Yeah, you good, bro. You come on up whenever you come up, man. Nah, I'm excited though. But I'm telling you, just talking. I was talking to fellas today. I was talking to Coach Walker today. Actually, we talked. Coach did a great video. Y'all make sure y'all go to Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, check out that video. He did a really good job breaking it down. But looking at it though, I think that the strength of that offense is that they don't have a Shaq Davis. Shaq Davis had a great game this past weekend with the Saints. By the way, he was the leading receiver for the Saints. I think he's gonna make that roster. But that kid was a pro. And then you have BJ Davis, who's at East Carolina now. I think they still got a really good defense. Their defense is the strength of their team. Their running game is the strength of their offense. They do have some really solid wide receivers, but the objective for us, TD, is to not give the quarterback time enough to get the ball off. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to him as fast as we can, and we're trying to shut the run game down. We do that, we're going to give our offense plenty of chances to put the ball in the end zone. We got a really good red zone offense and a stout defense. I think that our defense is going to create way more turnovers than what we did the past 2 years.
Now, when you talk about putting the pressure on the quarterback, you definitely got to have your linebackers staying at home too, because when you start pressuring the quarterback, that draw is always there. You know, and just speaking on South Carolina State, with that running back depth, you know, they got some.
But TD, they don't screen pass unless the new offensive coordinator does something and tweaks it a little bit. They don't really do the screens like talking about it. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we might see. I don't know who their new offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator is. I didn't really delve into it like that because I get sleepy looking at other teams. So I have to just stay interested in the space that I'm interested in, because I really don't like, it's like watching paint dry, watching some of these teams. But South Carolina State was a little different because we did lose to them. So I wanted to go back and see what I saw and just kind of put my mind to it. But based off what we did see, I really like our chances, man. I'm telling you, man, I like our chances because you've seen Devontae Davis against the run. You've seen Jeremiah Williams against the run. You know, Anthony Smith was an all-SWAC player. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Doyle is going to probably have the best season that he's ever had in college football this year. It's a former four-star. People forget that we have two defensive ends on our team right now that was in the top 10 of the recruiting. It was in the ESPN top 100 in the top 10 of the defensive ends. And that's Philip Webb and Antonio Doyle. I'm going to say that again. In the signing class of 2021, Antonio Doyle and Philip Webb were in the top 10 of the ESPN 100 defensive ends. I think they were ranked like number 6 or number 8 or something like that. Go check it out. Fact check me.
You're correct.
So when you look at the talent that we have, I was telling Coach today, I'm like, Coach, if you just look at our wide receivers that are freshmen, Lester Miller was committed to Ole Miss. That's a 3-star kid out of Brandon High School. TD, you know we don't get talent from Brandon like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't get Madison Central talent like that. Isaiah Spencer was Georgia Tech, USM. You see what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Isaiah Kinder, Arkansas, Ole Miss, all these different, programs. Mike Williams, that's a Mississippi State USM type kid that goes to these programs, sit on ice for a few years, and then get stronger, and then play their way into the lineup.
He's out of Natchez, right?
Natchez High School. So those are 4 3-star kids. 2 of them really 4-star. Isaiah Kendall was a 4-star, but when he committed to Jackson State, they took one of his stars from him. You know how they do.
Hey man, but hey, if we get him to play like that last receiver we got out of Natchez. Zone.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Man, Rico was so different, man.
Hey, Clement. Hey. Shout out to brother Duke. That's right, man. I think Duke Miller gonna have a monster year. There you go, number 4 and number 6. Think about that, y'all. think about that, man. It's like when they get in a Jackson State uniform or a HBCU uniform, for some strange reason, we think that they talent has evaporated or something. As soon as them kids left Jackson State, look at Shane Hooks, man, balling over there in the practice field for Auburn right now. You know what I'm saying? My point is, we had a lot of talent on that roster. Yes, Brother George is the dude, man. Oh man, Brother George is that guy. That's a guy right there, man. I'm telling you, we loaded at wide receiver. Now, when we talk about our wide receivers, do you see on the South Carolina State defense a DB room that could go tit for tat with our receivers? If you tell me that if you watch the film and the tape on the players that are there, I'm not taking nothing away from the young men that are playing DB. But if you're telling me that core of DBs, which is pretty solid, if they have the depth to keep up with our wide receivers for a whole 60 minutes, I'm going to tell you to your face, you're a lie.
Hey, and I'm going to say this. A lot of those catches that was made on a lot of videos that were shown, the DB was right there. You got the ball placement.
What's up, baby?
A lot of those players are real
What's good, man?
Man, you got it, man. It's go time now. Ain't no turning back now. It's win, lose, or draw on Saturday. We know if we lose, we're going to have 1,500 people in this.
Hey, it might be good for you, man. Hey, I mean, this chat
1,500 on the Zoe said 2,000. We're gonna have 2,000 watching.
I think it might be 2,000. I think everyone who has like any type of show it's going to be outrageous. I think it's going to be outrageous regardless, man. Because I think I don't know for you guys, man. This felt like the longest off season for me.
Oh my God.
In a long time.
This was the longest off season ever, man. Surviving Deion Sanders leaving. And Coach TC having to take over and like pick up the pieces. My gosh, man, it's been long, bro. It's been long. Yeah, very long.
I'm just ready to kick it off, man. Like, I woke up today and I was looking, I was like, man, I get to like actually go see a game this weekend. Like I get to pull out the camera. I get to, just be on the field and I know it's gonna be hot, but I'm just ready to be out there. I just there's too many questions, man. Listen, we've seen all the lists. We've seen all the predictions. We've been on all the media days. We've seen kind of the projected depth charts. Now, it's just time. I just want to go see some. Like that first kickoff. I don't even care if it's a touchback, man. I'm going to be more hyped for that play than any play this entire season.
I'm telling you, man. It's going to be a sea of blue. Oh, Miss Janice, welcome to the channel. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Can y'all see what level that is? I can't. You can't? Anybody? Anyway, I'll keep going. If it's platinum, shoot me an email, KC-1400 Media Group at Gmail. And I'll add you to our platinum chat. But yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. I just think the adrenaline is gonna be high. New platinum member. Thank you, Ms. Janice, for coming. Shoot me an email. Send me that email, and I'll send you the link to the chat. This is the week to get in the chat, man. Y'all gotta come on in. We be going down in the chat, man. We really get loose in the chat, so y'all got to go ahead and join. But anyway, bro, it's gonna be electric, man. I think for multiple reasons, man. I got nothing but love for TC. Feel like he's a brother, cousin. You know what I'm saying? Boy, all I wanted to do is I wanted to just observe him because I know this is a monumental moment for him. I think the moment that's gonna really do it for me, Blue, is when they first come through the tunnel, man. That's going to be crazy because you're going to see a sea of blue. We're going to take over Atlanta. We always do. We're going to take over Atlanta. It's going to be a sellout. I think it's going to be a sellout eventually because the tickets are getting real slim pickings right now. They'll sell out whatever's available eventually. But 7:30 kickoff, week 0. Ain't a lot of football being played. Man, that's going to be epic.
One of only 3 FCS games. I want to say the only other one on at that same time is on Flow Sports, so there's going to be no competition in terms of TV time. The other game kicks off at 2:30 on ESPN. That'll be over before
Jacksonville State plays at 6:30, I think.
Okay, for the FBS game.
Yeah, I think they play at 6:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. I think they kick off. But it ain't. I don't know who they play, but ain't nobody gonna be watching that.
No, everyone wants to watch this game. That's why I got flexed to ABC.
Yep.
The time it's happened in Swap Me at Challenge history, if I'm not mistaken, there's a reason that they flex this game. I mean, Celebration Bowl rematch. Everyone's going to be tuning in just to see what Jackson's going to look like, of course, after prom.
Yeah, I've gotten that question, no BS. I've gotten that question 3 times today. Literally, just today. Like, Dion is like, man, what y'all going to do without Dion? I'm like, what Dion going to do without Jackson? That's what I always ask. There's no disrespect. I'm just saying, like, we're going to do what we did. We're going to play football. We're going to do what we always do. But, yeah.
I feel you. I'm interested to see. I think there's just so many questions on both sides. I mean, you get a game where you get one side's got a new head coach and both sides have new offensive and defensive coordinators. You couldn't have any more unknowns than that.
That's what I was telling everybody. I told Coach Walker called me today. He was like, man, can you believe there's some people saying he gave me some record predictions. I was like, how? I said, I got 3 questions for anybody that says he mentioned somebody, not mentioned anybody in particular. I think one record he said 3-8. I said, I have 3 questions. The first question would be, what have you seen in the conference that says 8 teams that are on our schedule are going to beat us? So that means you would have to have seen something with those teams to say, oh, this team did more than what I think this team is going to actually be really good. Number 2 is, what have you seen from Jackson State to say that Jackson State is only going to win 3 games? Like, really, like, what have you seen that you can say that you know? You see what I'm saying? And I'm like,
3-8 is crazy. Like, that's insane.
So my question is that if you say, if your answer to the first question is, well, they had a really good recruiting offseason, then I'm going to ask you, did Jackson State not have the number 1 recruiting class in HBCU? And if that's the case, then why wouldn't Jackson State get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to recruiting? You see what I'm saying? Because there's a little bit of unknown for every season. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of turnover, with the portal. But we had an alarming amount of turnover. But we still had some continuity, though. You know, on the defense, most specifically with Devontae Davis, Jeremiah Williams, Jaylen Brown, K5. You know what I'm saying? And some other pieces, but those from a starter standpoint. And you can even say Antonio Doyle, because the last time we played football, he started at defensive end. You see what I'm saying? So because he started in the Celebration Bowl.
Hey,
so
I have a question, Ken.
Go ahead.
Do you think some of this, as well as you, Blue, do you think a lot of their prediction, a lot of coaches feeling the confidence because with Coach Taylor being his first year and the power that Dion possessed, that they have no more fear? So they feel like they don't even play around, and they want the revenge. Now they feel like they can get revenge because the big bad wolf is gone. So,
there's some truth to that, TD, but I also think that it's a projection. Like Zoe say all the time, it's not what they think they think is going to happen. It's really what they hope that's going to happen. Nobody can say, and I told Coach, I said, Coach, I can't even give you, and I've sat there and watched multiple practices. I can't tell you what we're going to do. I really can't, because I talked over the weekend, I said, my question is, what happens when adversity strikes? And that's what I want to know. Like, when you get punched in the mouth, or something doesn't go right, or something is, you know what I'm saying? Like, then we'll know what kind of team we got. And I can't tell you. I don't know. Like, if you're talking about mid-season, you can say, well, in this game, this happened, or that game, that happened. And you got something to lean on. We ain't got nothing other than practice and what they did in another location. So, new coach first time, new offense coordinator first time, new defense coordinator first time. Not first time offense coordinator, but I'm just saying first time. So our situation is more like Eric Bieniemy. He was offensive coordinator at Kansas City, but Andy Reid was calling all the plays. Now he's at Washington, and everybody's going to pay real close attention to Washington because he's going to be the one that's leading that team and calling all the plays, just like Maurice Harris. Some people say it was Maurice Harris, or was it Hugh Freeze? Most people are going to lean on Hugh Freeze and say Maurice Harris wasn't calling his play. Whatever you want to say. But to the Dion point, yes, absolutely. But there also was a notion that everybody wanted to beat Dion. But I think it was after, at first they was disrespecting Dion. Don't forget that. Because people didn't think he could coach. People didn't think we were going to win. Because we lost 3-3. We were 3-3 in the spring. But then when we started winning, and he handed out that pink scooter at Alabama A&M, and we ran roughshod over the swag, then it was like, okay. But I think that was more about not only just Dion, but it's also about Shador, because you win based off the quarterback position. And we had the best quarterback, arguably. I think it wasn't even close. They had the best quarterback the last 2 years of the season. So that's what we saw.
Yeah. I don't think there might. I think Connell Maynard might want revenge because of how we got embarrassed at homecoming. I think maybe Willie Simmons, because you lose 56 points week 1 on ESPN wasn't a good look. I don't think there's bad blood between like any of the other coaches. Like Fred McNair doesn't want revenge. Fred McNair just wants to go out there and win the football game. And I think his, some of these other coaches' confidence are they were chasing Jackson for these past 2 years. So they're slowly like, okay, where were we lacking? Because you always, let's just be honest, every conference, like take the previous conference champions, everyone builds their team to chase whoever won the conference championship the year before. Everyone in the SEC is building their team to chase Georgia. Everyone in the SWAC was building their team to chase Jackson. South Dakota State in the MVFC, William Mary in the CAA, all those teams are building their team. Like, how can we beat who's been winning the championships? I think everyone's been chasing Jackson. When they look at the fact that there's a new head coach, it's a lot of turnover, they're like, okay, we did all this building these past 2 years and never won. Jackson takes a step back. All that building we did is good enough to beat this Jackson team. It's kind of the sentiment I'm getting from some of the coaches. Now, there are some coaches that have bad blood. Like, I get it. But I don't think it's the whole conference. Like, I at the end of the day, like, I know Clarence McKinley. I don't think he's got bad blood with anybody. Like, he's just a dude out there coaching.
Yeah, the bad blood is the fan bases. They want to.
The fan bases definitely have bad blood.
Yeah. The coaches want to win. They just want to win. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the bad blood, Dion was taking a lot of people. Like, it was just an interesting phenomenon. You got Deion Sanders in your conference and you coaching against him. Yeah, you damn right you want to beat him, because he walks in the door and gets all the stuff that you always wish you could get, and he ain't won a game yet. So that's just how it goes in the profession. But now it's TC. TC, you don't say a whole lot. Very methodical, chooses his words careful. You know what I'm saying? Talk less, do more. Whole different ball game. You ain't gonna be able to get no bulletin board material from TC Taylor to give to your team to go and be like, oh, we're gonna go kick their butt because he said this. Deion gonna give you something.
I mean, if you look at Southern, I mean, the beating them twice 1 year and one of them, for the championship game, man. I mean, that would definitely leave a bad taste in your mouth, especially when you have your team built up and you know that you're in position to do that, and you feel just because this person was standing in your way, now that person is gone. So yeah, I'm definitely licking my chops right now. And then I see someone putting in the chat about Coach Eddie Robinson. I mean, hey, he got his homecoming wish.
Hey, listen, one thing I got to tell you, Eddie Robinson wants to beat Jackson State on our homecoming. And October 14th is going to be nasty. Y'all keep playing and thinking that he ain't coming to win if you want to. It ain't going to be no, I like TC and I respect that. No, it's like we finna beat their ass because they beat us. And that's how he going to say it. Like, I like Eddie Robinson's approach to the game. That's what you want your coach to do. It'd be like, the hell with everybody. It's all about us. We kicking everybody butt. That's football. That's the competition in the sport. I love that. I'm with it.
And that's that one guy that I was telling you about earlier when we was talking about the comment that Cole Pugh made, that you rarely get. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, that you rarely get another coach that really just trash another coach or another team. Just flat out, trash them. But speaking on, Eddie Robinson, he bring the truth. He bring the truth to the table.
Man, Eddie Robinson was a all SWAC defensive player of the year with national champion. Like, that dude was SWAC through and through. What is it, 91, 92, I think 91 when he was playing. So, Yeah, he did it. He actually lived it. So, and the team takes on the personality of the coach. That's going to be a tough game too. It's going to be another tough one. Yeah. The Alabama State game going to be real tough. Even though we'll be at home, it'll be tough.
So Blue, have you had a chance to do much scouting for his South Carolina? How their defensive backfield look?
I like their defensive backs. I think they got a few guys. I think that Malcolm McGee that they got from Alcorn State, very promising. Their D coordinator is a really young guy though. I think when you compare kind of the experience from Maurice compared to their new D coordinator, it's a huge difference. Maurice has all kind of experience under Hugh Freeze. I mean, you could say what you want about Maurice Harrison. One thing you can't say is he doesn't have experience at Ole Miss. But the new D coordinator over at South Carolina State, I don't think he's super experienced. He had a little bit of time at Norfolk State, coached at A&T for a while, but he's really just kind of hung around Norfolk and A&T. And then his other experience was, I want to say, at the D2 or D3 level. He coached a really good defense in North Carolina A&T, but he didn't call the defensive play. So this is the first time you're seeing him as a true D coordinator. So it's a huge question mark for me because, as we've always said, unless you're the guy, you can be a great DB coach. You can be a great D-line coach, linebackers coach, whatever you want to say. But until you're the coordinator and it's up to you to scheme everything, to put the pieces in the right place, to get your assistants all on the same page, that's a big thing. And then also, you guys both know this, as an assistant, your game day looks completely different than a coordinator in terms of just game day management. In terms of when your substitution packages, timeouts, just you have to manage the game as a coordinator. So I'm very interested to see how he handles that. But I think their strength of their team is in the front seven. Aaron Smith at linebacker is legit. Of course, we know what they got on the defensive line with Patrick Godbolt, who I think Godbolt is a stud. I think for someone who can, if you guys both know this as well, if you can create chaos from the 3 tech, even the 1. Man, it's an issue if you start collapsing the A and B gaps. And so that's why he's so special. He can move out to edge rusher. And then, of course, you got Jablonski. Their front seven is the best part of their team. I think when I look at Jackson, running the football and just seeing what that offensive line chemistry is going to be early are my biggest question marks with Jackson because they get a very tough test early on. It's the same question I got with South Carolina State too, because you're going to face a really good Jackson State front seven. So I think the offensive lines always, even though I'm a little bit biased, offensive lines are always important. This weekend, they are even more important because there's a lot of talent on the defensive lines on both sides.
Hey, Blue, I will screen them and slant them to death.
Oh yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, the coaches, they know what they need to do. I feel real good about the game. I'm not worried about the game plan. I just think TC has put the team in about the most adverse conditions and situations that you can possibly think of and the cool part about what people fail to realize with TC was in the room the past 2 years and he saw all of the game planning. He saw all of the practices, the formats, the everything, the preparation. Now, this point, you get to take over and you get to take all that you had and you get to tweak it and put your own touches on it. But to your point, Blue, that's absolutely correct. What's the name of the gentleman from Delaware State, the linebacker? Transfer to South Carolina State. Did he come from Delaware State?
Hang on, let's see.
I think he's a middle linebacker, I think.
From Delaware State.
Did he transfer from Delaware State?
Hang on, I'm pulling up the roster.
Yeah, one of their linebackers actually transferred in. He replaced
Aiden Weber. That's right. Aiden Weber.
Right. That's him. Yeah, their front seven is going to be tough. Like I was saying, the problem with them is that this is where I say, what do they look like in their 2 deep? Because tempo is going to be a factor. Because we're going to run their ass to death. I'm telling you that right now. We're going to go fast, man. And I think we're going to go so fast that it's going to be uncomfortable for our base in a sense. Because we probably ain't seen a team go that fast. If you're not into if you're not familiar with Chip, I'm not saying that he's going to run it this way, but you remember Chip Kelly, man, the way he used to run. Them Chip Kelly offenses, Rich Rodriguez, Kevin Sumlin, them fast pace. go, 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 go. If you're not used to that type of playing, I mean, I think we're gonna see that with Shador last year. Hell, we had a lot of series where we just damn near he snapped the ball with 0 seconds on the play clock. You know, I don't think you're gonna see that this season, and I think that's gonna help because they're gonna put a lot of pressure on their front seven to around the third quarter. What you got now? You know what I'm saying? We'll see if we can't take some of that gas out your tank, and then see if we can't gas you later, because we got a slew of things we can throw at them. So I think it's gonna come down to a chess match, man. I'm from a personnel standpoint, I do feel like we're more talented, you know. But what does that even mean? Talent still got to come together, still got to have the chemistry, still got to play. I think we had more talent in 21. Damn sure didn't look like about a score. You know what I mean?
Blue, you made a statement about the defensive coordinator being young. And Ken, maybe you can answer this as well. For the listeners who's listening or watching, what do you mean? First of all, a defensive coordinator, what is he doing? You know, and why is the experience with Coach Harris and the young defensive coordinator, you know, simulates?
Yeah, I think the inside of Blue's house is just as cool as where I'm.
My AC went out about a week ago, so I got a brand new AC unit. So it is ice boxed in here. Trust me, it is. There's a reason you always see me in a hoodie. I just forgot the AC unit replaced, so brand new outside and indoors. So hey,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's why. But you know, with the defensive coordinator, it's different because I know. So let's just take Jackson's D coordinator right now. At Alcorn last year, he was listed as a co-DC. He handled the run, the run defense, and the current D coordinator, I want to say what Cedric Thomas is his name. He was more of like the passing game coordinator in terms of defensive play calling, but he didn't call like the main defense. So with this new guy, I don't know if he has like a co-title, but for the coordinator, it's more so you one got to focus on your position of relevance. What if he's coaching the linebackers? Not only is he handling the linebacker subs, but he's also calling in the play and all the other assistants. He has to get all of them on the same page where D-line substituting depending on the package. Because we all know, yeah, you might run a base like 4-2-5, but that doesn't mean that the whole game you're in a 4-2-5. So you got to be subbing in and out defensive linemen. You got to make sure the proper 3's in there, the proper 5 is, and then also make sure that your alignment's right, because a lot of D coordinators like to call it from the box, or at least that's how I would do it. That way you got to make sure your alignment's on point. And you know this is an O lineman. If a D lineman's out of place, we know it. And guess what? We're communicating along the line, and that double team where I work up to the second level, I might just get to go free to a linebacker because you lined up one gap too far over. And now if me and you are beside each other, you can take them one-on-one. And guess what? Now I got hands on your middle linebacker. And now there's an issue. So you also got to be in charge in terms of just making sure your alignment's right. And that's what I meant by younger coordinators not knowing how to manage the game. Because what happens if the substitutions get off, and like how do you coordinate that? Because you guys, we all played here, and there's people in the chat that play. You remember that walkthrough session? How annoying that used to be, where you would be in helmets, and they're like, "Okay, we got to kick off here. Okay, we got this package. We're calling this play. Get the substitutions." And so it's just little things like that in terms of making sure your team's in the proper area. With Maurice Harris, that is worked down to a T, I would assume. Based on based on the systems that he's seen, the systems that he's helped run, man. If you run a hurry up no huddle offense like a Hugh Freeze does, you better be ready to substitute, especially with this new rule where you have to wait for the defense to substitute. You want to give them as little time as possible, because if you substitute too late, now the ref's standing under the ball, and guess what? You can have a delay of game if you sub in too late, because you still got to give the defense time to sub.
Right.
And so it's just little things like that, because we all know, man, you could be cruising on a drive, and that 1st and 10, if that turns into a 1st and 15, that is a drive killer sometimes, especially for a hurry up offense, because the best hurry up offense is if you can get a gain of somewhere between 4 to 6 yards, or man, if you get a first down, that hurry up, no huddle starts rolling.
That's the
at
point.
that
The
point.
first down is going to be the thing that get them. That's correct.
Yeah.
And that's a great point, Blue, to mention game management when it comes to substitutions, because we are definitely going to try to create some anxiety for the defensive coordinator to put him in a tough spot with the hurry up and the tempo. I can tell y'all right now, when you start seeing players fall on the field, faking cramps and just fall, that's gamesmanship, because now you got to stop the game. We got to get some personnel, because the objective is, and I'm not going to say too much because I've seen it. The objective is to capitalize in the midst of them being uncomfortable. That's the whole point of it. Make you uncomfortable, and then keep. That's with anything, any type of fight, any type of sport, is to apply pressure in your weakest spaces. So I think it'll be a chess match. They'll be filling each other out. We'll just try some stuff and see what works, what don't work, what we think works based on preparation. And I think that's when we'll determine, what happens in the second quarter. But I think the first quarter is going to be adrenaline field, man. It's going to be so much adrenaline on that field. High football going to be 10 yards high, man.
That's why I don't think it's going to be a high scoring first half, at least.
Nah,
I would be shocked.
Turnover or something, unless there's some type of turnover or something to that effect that we can't foresee. But South Carolina State is going to come with it, in my opinion. It's still Jackson State they playing against. People still want to punch us in the mouth, like at the end of the day. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm excited as hell. I'm gonna be nervous though. I mean, the nerves ain't coming from whether we lose. It's just I internalize. Like, I really want to see TC be successful. So it's the nerves is like I really want things to go well for him. You know what I mean? And I think they really will. I really think they will. I don't have any doubt in my mind that, I don't know the outcome of the game. I don't know what it's going to look like, because a lot can happen in 4 quarters of football. But I'm going to be a fan just watching. You know what I mean? I'm going to be watching.
That's what I've been saying. Like, I just think it is for either team, man. I don't think this game is a season. Yeah, the unknown. But I don't think this game's a season ender for either team. Now, is there pressure because Jackson has a tough next 4 games? Like, absolutely.
We got a winning streak going right now. We're trying to get to 28, 29, 30. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
So the pressure's on in that aspect, but this doesn't end anyone's season. Like, Howard won a co-championship after getting beat by double digits by Alabama State, losing this game. Like, we've seen teams bounce back from this game. So, like, this isn't a season ender in terms of that. So I wouldn't be super worried, but in terms of a close game. But my thing is, with week 0, week 1 games, if you lose a close game, that's acceptable, because it's like, okay, well, we got to fix this, and this is our first game, new head coach, new OC. This is both ways for South Carolina State and Jackson. The thing you can't do is get blown out. If you get blown out week 0, week 1, that signals problems. Like, when I look at Kennesaw State last year, blown out week 1, look what they turned into. Stephen F. Austin. I mean, ETSU, the list goes on and on. If you get blown out, look at Florida State. Remember a few years ago when they had DeAndre Francois, they came in against Bama, hyped in that Chick-fil-A kickoff game. They got blown off the field, and things got real iffy the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was shaky the rest of the year. Yep.
The one thing you can't have happen week 1 or week 0 is a blowout. If you have a blowout early in the season, that probably means you aren't very good or something's majorly wrong with your team. A close game, you can build on that and turn things around. But I just think as long as either team keeps it close, it should be fine.
This game has everything that is the makings of a must win for us. You don't want to go back to Miami versus FAMU 0-1. You don't want to have to do that. I don't think the two things, but just from a psychological standpoint, in a team that's learning how to play for the coach, learning how to play within that system, I think a win and getting that out of the way does a world of good for us for the entire season. Does that mean we go to FAMU and go to Miami and beat FAMU? No. It just means that we have the right mindset going into Miami. Losing against South Carolina State, and then depending on how you lose, would be tough. But if we're being honest, none of the games outside of the FAMU game count in your SWAC schedule. None of them.
Kevin Washington made a good point there as far as fam, what happened with them last year, playing us and then the rest
That's
of the
true.
way.
Yeah.
Very true.
They
Very
also
true.
got they with them too. They also got a lot of people back like throughout the season. They lost their 2 offensive linemen week 0, and plus, I don't consider a blowout against North Carolina as like a season ender. I'm more talking about like to get your real like FCS versus FCS. Like and they got blown out by Jackson, but they also didn't have a bunch of new staff members. Is more so where I was going with that. Is like you can't have a new head coach, new OC, new DC, and get blown out, and then because all of a sudden fans start being are like, did we hire the right people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how it
Yeah.
is. Like fans in college football are very impatient. Willie Simmons has been there. They got blown out, and they kind of leaned on the hey, we didn't have 26 players supposedly. We can lean on that, and they kind of got things rolling. But you also got to remember they got blown out by Jackson, and they damn near lost to Albany State a week later.
Man, they sure did.
Yeah, so like let's not act like FAMU just ran through the SWAC. I mean, they
I also
had a
think
block.
that they got some. They got a. Was that the Grambling game last season?
Yeah, where they. Yeah, oh yeah. And then what about Alabama State, where they blocked the field goal?
Oh
and returned
my gosh. Yeah, they had some close ones, man. I mean, you know, they won though. You know, at the end of the day, the name of the game is winning. But boy, they flirted with disaster a lot, and I do mean a lot.
So what about their wide receiver core as far as South Carolina State? Of course, they take that major blow.
I got questions. Plus, they got a new wide receivers coach as well. Paul Holmes. He was on Last Chance U. He coached with Coach JB at Indy.
That dude
actually,
crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
Coach Brown.
Oh yeah.
Jason Brown.
That's my guy though. Like I he's been on the show, and that's my dude. But man, he's just wild. He is.
Jason is crazy, man. Coach JB is.
But Holmes is a young guy. So actually, Holmes was supposed to be the wide receiver coach at Valley under Kendrick Wade. Came on with Valley, and then when South Carolina State had a late opening, he left Valley for South Carolina State. So that's how we wound up with them. A younger coach again, like has a lot of JUCO and experience, but he hasn't been on the big stage really yet. Now, you know, you could say that, you know, with how Kendrick Wade's built his staff, I mean, man, he's hired some really great guys. So I'm not doubting his ability. He'll be on my show later this week. But I'm interested to see what they look like. Listen, Shaq Davis, I want to say I was kind of listening back, and Kim was talking about that's an NFL talent. Right, he's gonna be a mainstay for the Saints. You can't replace him, just in terms of you can't find another Shaq Davis. But can you replace him by committee? They have some really nice pieces, but they don't have anyone that's proven. I'll be honest, TD, that's my biggest concern for them. Is yes, Corey Fields is back. He's a quote unquote national championship winning quarterback, but he was so inconsistent last year when it wasn't to Shaq. Shaq would have 9 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and no one else would be producing. Who is he going to look to take that next step? Because I've heard great things through camps. Yeah, I've heard great things through camp, and I've heard that he's taken that next step. But man, we all know with quarterback wide receiver chemistry, it's different when the bullets are flying. I got to see it, man. What happens now when they're one-on-one with K5 or a Sayas is back there?
Yep.
Like what's that connection like then? And so I just think they got a bunch of young pieces, man. But again, they're not proven, and that's my biggest concern for them is the wide receiver unit. I love their O-line, running backs are deep. You've got Corey Fields, but I think cornerback and wide receiver are my 2 biggest concerns right now for South Carolina State.
That's the same. I mean, you saying the same thing I said. I was like, look. I mean, when you go back and look at that game, Shaq Davis is a pro. That kid is special, man. He was a safety blanket. Throw it up, go look for old Shaq. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, now you're in a situation where somebody else got to step up. I mean, do you have another 6'4", 6'5" talented kid that you can go throw the ball to? That's going to be a surefire hands whenever you get in the jam. Not so much. I don't think so. I think the running back room is the core. Is the strength of that team on the offense. Corey's gonna have to beat me. He's gonna have to beat me. You're gonna have to either you're gonna show me if you got another second half of the Celebration Bowl, or you're gonna be looking like the first half of the Celebration Bowl. But one of the two, we got to see what's gonna happen. But I think they know that. I think they know What we're not sure is if another quarterback. I think we all think Corey Fields is going to be the starter. I don't see the other kid being the starter, but we'll see.
Buddy Pugh was adamant that I mean, that's his guy. Corey Fields is going out there first, and he believes in Corey Fields. I wouldn't expect to see another quarterback. I like some of their younger quarterbacks. I want to say Andre Washington was the redshirt freshman who played a little bit against Norfolk. Man, that kid's 6'4", 220. And I think he's got a bright future, but I just don't think he's going to go away from Corey. I think he's going to live or die by the decisions Corey Fields make, and that worries me. But you look at Corey Fields' history, he has games like the Morgan State game where he has a bunch of turnovers and they lose 41-14. But then he has games where he outduels Davius Richard and beats North Carolina Central last year at home. And he has his second halves of the Celebration Bowl, but to me, I got to see some sort of consistency out of him, and I'm in the. He's a graduate now, a senior.
Yeah.
It's too late to be having growing pains, man. I'm gonna need to see it for a season before I'm putting any stock into him.
All I'm gonna say is you probably need to wait to game number 2, not even game 2. Whoever they play after us, that's gonna make sense. Because who do they play after us? I think they play the Citadel.
I want to say they're FBS games after you guys. Yeah, they go to Charlotte and Georgia Tech the next 2 weeks.
Ooh, snap!
How big quarterback is?
6'4", 215, 220.
Oh,
Andre Washington, redshirt freshman for South Carolina State. He played a little bit against Norfolk, but that's it. But I think he was the guy kind of pushing. They have another kid who's pretty good, but I don't think they're gonna put a true freshman.
I'm gonna make this very clear to everybody. Party in the backfield, brother. Telling you, man, this defensive line is better. I haven't seen it look like this in a long time. I've never seen this much depth on defensive line. To rotate out and you think they go into the sideline and here come a whole nother unit that look like, the little picture of the little Spider-Man where they point at each. That's what it looked like. There's no drop off, man. It's not. And I'm not saying I'm speaking solely for the D line. Now the linebacker room ain't the same as the D line. No, it's not. I'm not gonna, in my opinion, no. But then you get into special teams. Is that punter still? We got really good special teams, you know what I mean? With Matt Noel at the punter position, G Baby, and we even picked up another. I don't think the kicker will be. I don't know. No, I'm banking on G Baby though. But we got a really good. But people forget our kicker. Well, he was kicking the ball off. Even with Mata being, he was the place kicker. So I love our special teams. Even when it comes to I think that's where we're going to see some things happen for us, Blue and TD. I really feel like special teams, we got a chance to put some points on the board. I'm not sure how they're going to do it because what I did do is that this week I purposely chose to not look at anything. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to be around the team. I don't want to be looking. I want to see it when y'all see it because I've seen enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to see who they're going to start. And Granny Ann, member for 6 months. Congratulations, man. Hey, shout out to you, sis. What a supporter, man. Really, really, really appreciate the support. And everybody that's been channel members been rocking with us. Y'all been in the trenches with us, man, during the rough patches of this off season, man. And now it's time to go, reap the benefits of the fruits of our labors, man. So I appreciate that, man. Real quick before we get back into some football, let me throw this up real quick. Since Granny Ann put this up there, we got an appreciation event coming up. It's November 22nd, 2023. It's going to be in Jackson, Mississippi. That is the Friday night before the first home game. Everybody that is interested in attending this event, shoot me an email if you haven't already. Shoot me an email, KC-1400mediagroup@gmail.com, and I will send you the special invitation link for you to RSVP to this event. I will not post the link publicly in any form. It'll be directly to those that are interested in coming. So I just wanted to pause and mention that real quick. And now we can get back to some football. Also, appreciate everybody for the contribution One more thing, Blue, real quick. You guys are rocking and rolling. Go to KC-1400 Media Group at gmail.com. A ton of orders so far. Keep them coming. The link to pre-order closes at midnight. So thank you guys for everyone that has purchased any form of merch from us. Keep shopping, man. Y'all shop. Everybody, man. Grab your shirt, man. Get yourself something. But anyway, let's get back to it. Appreciate you, Miss Granny. Appreciate you and everyone that's been supporting the platform. All right, let's keep rolling.
So I want to kind of change a second. So last screen, Blue. Someone kind of ripped me in the chat for saying that Valley plays hard. And to me,
ripped you for that?
Huh?
They ripped you for that?
Yeah, man. Somebody ripped me. Man, Valley don't go hard, man. What you talking about?
Valley play. I don't care what nobody say. I don't see Valley play hard. They may not. All right, I'll let Blue go. I'll let you go first, Blue. But yeah,
I don't know why they got mad about that. It just seems like such a weird thing to be upset about. Like, I think that you didn't say they were gonna beat Jackson. You didn't say that they were gonna like do anything like that. It's just they play hard. That's what happened. I mean, every conference has that team, the team that's probably a little bit less talented than the rest, than like the upper echelon teams, but they always give someone problems. I mean, they're never an easy win. Like, yeah, they probably lose a majority of the time, but you're not going to go in there and just be able to blow them out every year. Like, they're going to catch somebody slipping. They've done it.
Right.
PV came in thinking they were going to be playing in Jackson a week later.
They sure did.
And they were caught. Condo Maynard went in there last year thinking, oh man, this winless Valley team on a Thursday night. He got caught. They always seem to catch one or two teams. So I think you're right. I mean, they play hard. It's you got to think. Look at where that school is and everything that those guys have to go through in terms of funding and the resources. It takes a special type of kid to be successful at Valley. And it's a tough kid, and it's a kid who probably has a chip on his shoulder.
That's why you recruit the Delta.
Yeah, I mean that area. Come on, man. That Valley is a very tough team, and they play.
Man,
they play really tough.
I've been waiting on you, dog. Come on up if you're free.
Oh, Edwin put in the chat. What about Central 2 years ago? They got caught with Davius Richard.
Yes, they did. Yep, they did. Then they lose. Honestly, Lamar, they should have beat. Valley should have won that game. It blows my mind. Tennessee State.
Yep.
It's a couple of games, bro, that they had the game won. They just choked it away. It did. FAMU.
They played us 21.
FAMU 4th and 1, and he run the ball. Caleb Johnson slips, and it's like, oh my gosh. Do you kick the 46-yarder with the janky field, or do you go for the first down, 4th and 1? You know what I'm saying? They went for it, and they didn't get it, and they lost by 3. They could have tied it up, but Vince wanted to. Yeah, Vince wanted to. He wanted that dub. You know what I'm saying?
Man, some people just want to give them a break, boy. Look at it.
I know. Look at the chat. Oh,
hey, no, Merce, don't. I said everybody. Look at.
Oh no, best to do it is wrong for that. That's tough.
Right, he's wrong for that, man.
Oh man. But I do feel like in relation to Valley, I do feel like they will be a better team this year. I think Kendrick Wade coming from under Coach Cooley at Delta State. Coach Cooley is a legend in the state, man, who's a phenomenal D2 coach. Delta State has been top 25 nationally, and they open up in Chicago for the Chicago Classic versus Central State. Then they go to Delta State. So it's going to be interesting to see. Do they start 1-1? Do they start? I think they beat Central State. And I think Maldonado is going to be the quarterback that's going to start. If he don't start, I'll be shocked. I think the kid, he can spin it. He's a gunslinger. And we'll see. But I don't care about none of that. When we come to Itabena, we trying to lead with some devils on the stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and one of the reasons I brought that up because I know Blue have touched base with a few of their players. They got new uniforms. They had a new coach, and like you said, the coaching staff that he recruited, Vada may be looking to do something. So I'm going to ask you, what was your prediction Forest Valley is concerned?
I was trying to think of their schedule off the top of my head. I mean, like kids, I think they get Central State. Delta State is so tough, especially on the road. I mean, Delta State is a contender in the Gulf South. Let's just be honest. I mean, no, Delta State, like, no offense.
I don't think they're gonna beat Delta State. Delta State is a 500 team in the SWAC, bro.
That's what I was about to say. Delta State competes maybe for the West this year if they're in the SWAC. I mean, they're really good.
When did we play Delta State? Was that 21?
2 years ago.
21.
Yeah, 21.
They were literally one play away from beating us.
Yes, sir.
And I was sweating bullets.
And the head coach called out, said he wanted that.
Hey, I get no J hat today, nothing but chicken nuggets and a Nike hat.
Dude.
No,
What's up, y'all? I just want y'all to know I've been at work since 7 o'clock this morning. I just walked in the house.
God, dog, bro. Hey, we gotta work harder, bro. So we want to go full time. So y'all keep supporting, man. Come on, yeah. We need some more channel members.
I'm not even finna be long because look,
we ain't gonna be much longer either.
Look, I'm reeking right now. I ain't hopped in the shower. I just hopped on. I was like, I just want to show my face. What up, Blue?
What up, man?
Been on here holding it down, man.
You do know that people feel obligated when they say your name to say, "You my boy, Blue."
I know. I
School,
knew it was coming.
You my boy, Blue. No, but no, it's almost that time, man. It's almost that time.
Man,
some football stuff, man. We can touch on before we get out of this joint. Got about another 30 minutes. Go ahead.
I got 10. I got good 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna give score prediction. I'm gonna wait till Friday.
You got a score? Woo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that Friday. We definitely got to do the score.
I'm gonna work on score prediction Friday, but man, let me tell y'all, the buzz is growing for this game. Looking like it's gonna be a good sellout. It's gonna be a good game though. I'm interested in this game. It's gonna be an intriguing game, and I don't know, man. I'm just there's so many different parameters with it, you know. Outside of it being the first game of the season, I think there are a lot of other moving parts and storylines from both teams. You know, you're looking at South Carolina State. It's a redemption year. If you go by Buddy Pugh's, you know, his resume, for every down year, he bounces back with a really, really good year. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to look at the first 4 games for them, because after they play us, they got Charlotte, I think
Georgia
Tech, and then they got Citadel, I think.
Yeah, the Citadel.
And so, you know, that adds even more to, you know, having context to
who cares?
For them to get the dub this game. And then you look at us with the storylines, with the new players, new coaching staff. And then also South Carolina State is bringing in a new OC too. So, but a new OOC. How about that? Yeah. And still, man, it's a big game. It's an important game for both teams. So, and then the storyline, like I said, is just gonna go either way, depending on whoever wins and whoever loses. But I will say this though, I believe we'll win. You know, but the main thing over everything for us, more so than South Carolina State, because of the structure of the MEAC, even though it's a non-conference game, a loss wouldn't kill us. The most pivotal game for us, even out of the first 4 games, honestly, is next week. Because even the Southern game, you know, just playing hypothetical. So, no, I don't believe we'll lose to the Beige Brigade down in Baton Rouge. I don't. But just to put it out there, if we were to, let's just say we were to lose to South Carolina State, we beat FAMU, and let's just say we beat Southern but lose to Texas State and we're 2-2. We're sitting pretty after the first 4 games. because you're 1-0 in the division, and you ended up beating both teams who were picked to win both respective divisions. But you're 2-2. And so now, and the quote unquote perceived 4 toughest games of the season are behind you. So you're sitting pretty with a brand new coaching staff. So that's why I say, this first game is not a make or break game for us, but it's a big game. It's an important game. It's going to tell us a lot.
I think it's going for 300.
Oh, no. Hold on. Did I say if we beat FAMU? I didn't say that, did I? I said we're going to beat FAMU.
He said if 3 times.
But hold on. I didn't say if we beat FAMU. I said we're going to beat them. I gave a scenario saying if this happened, but I ain't say if we're going to beat FAMU or not. We guarantee it. Hey, man, death, taxes, and beat snakes' asses. We do that.
Never heard that before, but that's perfect. Hey, no, Isaiah Bolden is much better, man. Definitely prayers up the road. That was devastating to see that.
Blue, I got a great question for you. We're all in the Bible Belt, so we all kind of, even if you don't know the Bible, you know certain things in the Bible. Do you know on record what's the first animal to take an L in the Bible?
Oh man, it's that snake, isn't it?
It's a damn serpent all day long. All day long. It's documented.
Oh my God, man.
Oh boy.
I mean,
it's Joe said, Michelle, how you doing, sis? Good to see you. You on mute?
I'm just saying.
I'm just laughing at, so I knew y'all was gonna be about ending. I just had a meeting with some group of young women, but I wanted to come in and say hello to everybody. I can't believe Zoe's still on. I know you about to get off.
I know you finna get off, eat the rest of that watermelon.
Ooh, I got a whole half left. I'm gonna get 2 watermelon. I got a yellow meat and a red meat. I'm gonna eat everything. That was 40. Zoe, that watermelon was 40 pounds for $15. That man was from Louisiana. He picked the best watermelons ever.
Hey, he gonna say it wasn't a rally. It don't matter. Snakes, they psych, and psych again. Hey man, we have only dealt with defangs rattlers. We have not got bitten ever. Ever. We ain't got bitten ever.
I ain't got nothing to say, but Zoe.
We ain't got bit ever.
I'm just saying.
It's almost, Michelle, it's almost that time, man. Y'all ready to see Michelle?
Hey man, everybody say I look Asian. I look mixed, right?
Hey, when I first met Zoe, I thought he was I thought he was Blasian too.
I am. So you know what Blasians love to drink?
What
that girl with the snake head in it. That's what we love to drink. I'm gonna make some next Saturday too.
This Saturday.
A whole serpent, a whole rattler head.
Oh, you said next Saturday?
Yeah, next Saturday.
I came with you. I am excited though. I'm so excited.
No, it's gonna be fun.
But you should see this design I got in my head representing Jackson State. This is gonna be everything. I'm gonna get it Thursday morning.
And what's crazy is the only 2 people with hair on is you and Blue.
Hold on, my sunroof open right now.
I got a little new bro. That's great, but I'm just saying.
My sunroof open.
Said this Blue gonna be in Atlanta.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
Blue, where you from?
My night is, look at Steve.
Mobile.
Steve, I tell the truth. That is not slander. That is not slander. I just told the truth.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Listen, yes. So I get my design put in my head. We gonna be.
I just got a feeling you finna be a lot to deal with this weekend. I know that already.
Man, I honestly think we're gonna do 2 million for this game, bro.
Yeah, I think 2 million for sure. ABC 2 million, like I think you said. There's a Jacksonville State game is gonna be at 6:30. It's gonna be an hour kickoff before we kick off, but I think the eyes are gonna be on especially if the game gets good, man. So that's a good point. Make sure y'all hydrate, man. Start hydrating now, man. Start hydrate. Liquid IV, all that good stuff, and you might want to go easy on the liquor. But the cool part is more specifically next week though. But this week I think we'll be okay. What's the temp now, man? Around 7:30. What do it look like?
It's still hot.
It's still hot.
Whew.
It's 80 degrees right now.
At 12 o'clock?
Did I stutter?
Yeah, that's brutal there.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, the real feel in Mobile, Alabama right now is 99 at 11:18.
Whoa.
Hey,
man, let me tell you something, man. I just hope that I thought about this today with this heat. Man, I just hope that we can somehow survive a decent hurricane season. I think this hurricane season about to be bro. I just y'all remember we missed out on the not Celebration Bowl, but the Southern Heritage Classic, man. That time when the weather just wouldn't allow it. We didn't make it up either. So good thing we got FAMU next week. So hopefully we can get out of Florida and not have to deal with that, because
Okay, he said it's 100 degrees in Dallas right now. I'm in Atlanta. It's 80.
Dallas is insane, man. Dallas was, I think Austin just 40 plus days. Austin is 40 plus days over 100.
Never this hot in ATL right now. Look, it's 100 degrees on Friday, dude.
Okay, do y'all remember? I ain't trying to be funny. I'm gonna show my age. Do y'all remember back in the day when they had the commercial? It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. You remember that? And she had that lightning bolt. She telling y'all right now, all right, America, United States, all y'all.
That's why the water's so hot. That's why all these animals keep coming out the water, man. It's hot.
Listen, I'm trying to.
What kind of boat does she have, Rochelle? What kind of boat does she have?
She said it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature, and she had the lightning bolt. I'm telling y'all right now, Mother Nature gonna be like this. I'm gonna course correct y'all, and if I got to kill y'all in the process, it's gonna happen. But she ain't playing. She gonna.
It's different, man. It's different. I think everybody gonna appreciate a little bit of winter when they show up this time around.
But I think the winter. Shut up, so I think the winter gonna be hard. I know what you did, so I'm gonna punch you in your throat when I see you.
You got that bad to be abusive. Yeah. Hey, so all you geriatrics out there that looking at shooting your shot,
oh
you see
that? God, dog, bro. That dude said, Jerry, come on, bro.
That's why the geriatrics out there trying to holler, man. You know the old dude gonna be trying to holler.
He said, Did you say that?
Yeah.
I cannot with you. I don't know why you think so. 160 quid. I cannot with y'all. Yep, shut up, Zoe. I cannot. No.
Hey, she will beat you.
No, it'll be it's gonna be Atlanta gonna be all right.
Outside too?
Yeah, we outside. It's outside. This ain't gonna be the last this ain't gonna be the Mercedes-Benz. Boy, I wish it was. Whew,
okay, that means are we well, I'll talk to you after, because I need to find somebody with a t-shirt for the game, not a shirt.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. It's gonna be plenty of merch. It's gonna be plenty of vendors.
Tank top on. That what you about to say?
What?
That what you about to say? You about to say tank top?
I do need to
stuttering now.
It's 86 degrees and it's 12 o'clock. What are you talking about?
Okay, you stuttering now. You about to say tank top?
I did say tank top. I need to take
t-shirt.
Tube top.
The fuck?
Tube top.
But
wait a minute, I gotta say sharks are pissed off because it's so damn hot. I'm telling you, it's 100 degrees in the water.
It's hot in there.
It's hotter up here. No, it's good, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be fun though, man. We'll get through it. Just hydrate, man.
Hey, bro, you need to come to the game, man.
Say that again.
You need to go ahead and go to the game, man. It's gonna be a sellout. It's gonna look good on TV.
I think Blue ain't gonna be there, ain't it? Yeah. Or you still pending?
Still pending.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey, Blue, what most of the area you cover? What? I know you cover pretty much our sport. What do you cover mostly?
Just in terms of in person, I mean, probably the SWAC, SoCon, OVC, kind of, the schools in the area. I know week 2, I already got my flight book. I'm flying to South Dakota for that South Dakota State, Montana State game week 2. I can't wait for that one.
You do it
going to be
South Dakota State, Montana State week 2. That's going to be a showdown.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Southern Conference too.
Hmm?
I see you.
Yeah,
doing
SoCon.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are probably the main ones. Southland, right there too. I mean, outside of the
Yeah.
Texas schools, like I don't really. I mean, I can drive there, but I try to stay in like driving distance, man. It's just cheaper, save on money, and drive as many places as I can. But I had a bunch of free flights booked up, man. So I was like, I'm booking that South Dakota flight.
Steve, I got that good insurance.
And listen, I'm eligible for them receipts too. At 57, we get discounts. So I'm agreeing with you, Mr. Stephen Campbell.
Hey, speaking of tickets though, man, y'all got them tickets for the game. Send them. Hey, shoot me an email. Let me know what you got. I'll take on them tickets.
Ken, I haven't got mine yet. I ain't got my card. Do I
You
need
ain't
to?
got no who?
I think. Do you remember you said they were mailing out the cards for everybody?
Oh, this is the game for Saturday.
But I know that I haven't got my card yet for Jackson State. Is that normal? Should I call them?
You need to go online and yes, you can call them. Call them and tell them you want to mail it.
Oh, well, okay. I told them I was in California. I figured it. Okay, I called them and tell them to mail it.
But I was trying to. Notre Dame play Tennessee State next week.
Yeah, I should be at that one too.
Where you are?
Yeah, I talked to Eddie, and he wants me to come up with their media team and help them cover that if I can. So I'm still trying to work out the details on that, but I should be up there for that Notre Dame Tennessee State game.
Or is it it's your first time in South Bend?
Oh yeah, first time in South Bend. Might be on the sidelines, but I couldn't pass that up.
Man, let me tell you, quietest Power 5 you'll go to.
Well, especially because they're also playing Tennessee State. I don't know how hype it'll be.
I've been twice when they played Purdue rivalry game.
Ooh.
There's a dog. It's a rivalry game. They play for a trophy, the Shillelagh Trophy.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go up there for the Clemson game, but COVID hit. It was that 2020 game. I had tickets to the Notre Dame Clemson game. I had to give them up because I couldn't travel.
I was supposed to go when they played Georgia.
Oh yeah.
Zach, you have such a radio voice.
Time out. You don't call him Zach. That's Blue.
What? I'm talking about his name. Okay, so Steven, just let you know I'm gonna go online because I got my don't play AARP. I got my membership. Don't hate the player, hate the game. We finna get all the benefits that them old people get. Say something, Zoe. I want every discount they can give me. Ross discount, Verizon discount, whatever discount I could get. Throw out my AARP card. Like the liver. Oh, I don't know.
I think you're muted, Ken.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I said the best advice I give everybody when they go to the game is stop by the ATM machine, get you about $40, $50 to $60 or something like that, and then bring your card. You use both of them. That's the best bet. You know what I'm saying? Have 2 tickets, parking pass for the game in Miami for $160. Shoot me an email. Somebody need it. I'll pass it on to them.
I'm glad he said that because I use it on carry cash, so I'm glad he asked that question.
Well, I just always say the best thing I would try to tell people just for best practices when you're at a stadium, especially. I don't swipe my card like that. Like you want to get cash out because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of, identity theft. There's a lot of people steal your card. There's all types of little swipers and stuff like that. That's the best way to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Public places like that.
Yeah. And if you bring your card, bring a credit card because you can always call and cancel
card,
that if it gets stolen. Don't take your debit card. Yeah, because they'll wipe out all your money and that's not insured.
Right.
Actually, this is why it's the perfect time for you to have you like a small little Vero card or something where you just, if you want to use a card, you can actually just put what you're going to use on that just for that purpose. So if somebody gets it, oh well.
Is Atlanta the home of the scammers?
Got that right
now. I didn't know that. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I'm going to get some cash out.
But don't carry too much cash and get hit upside the head. Nothing like that.
I'm not gonna carry that much. I got enough to put in my pants.
But some stadiums are cashless. You do want to get your prepaid. But I was just saying, like, you know, for parking, whatever, man. I mean, I always say keep you at least $60 to $80.
If push come to shove, go to Walgreens, CVS, get you a green dot card, put your cash on it.
Yep.
Voila.
Hey, so you gonna show us where the nearest public is? You won't go out.
Can I get some fried chicken Friday?
Yeah, so
Hey, man, I've been to Publix. What's that soul food joint?
Southern Classic.
The other one. Busy's or something like that.
Oh, Busy Bee.
Busy Bee. Let me try that out.
Beef?
Go Southern Classic now. Busy Bee good.
Hey, you really drinking ginger ale?
hey, Blue, are you? Do you have Miami on your schedule? No, not gonna make.
I think I told either Ken or Zoe this in media day. Man, if you think I'm dropping all that money on Miami, but I got a full season of travel ahead, it ain't happening. Until that game becomes a home and home, I will not be attending.
That's right.
Yeah, Miami is awesome.
Say, boy, you gonna get hit in the head while well, my grandma showed you to say that. Good gracious alive.
But we still got to try.
Ain't no parking. Well, I may have never mind.
Ken, are you going credentialed or are you just going, like, do you have just a normal ticket?
For which game?
For the Swap Me Act Challenge.
Y'all with credentials, aren't you?
Press box.
Okay, because the parking, like, if it's
no,
really
I got a parking pass.
Okay, cool.
I got a parking pass with the credentials.
Yeah, because the parking lot for the credentials literally is in the same lot with all the ESPN trucks. So it's literally right across the street from the stadium. I'm talking about you just walk straight across the street and you're at the ticket box.
Yeah, that's gonna work out then because we all supposed to be riding
together. Hold that thought. Blue just reminded me. Jacksonians. The game kicks off at 7:30. You better have your hind parts down at their stadium by 4:00 or no later than 5. I'm trying to tell you.
Just come on and tailgate, man.
Streets are narrow. Number one, the streets are narrow down there by Turtle Field. And just the way the exits are and the roads are leading up to the stadium, it's a cluster effort.
Oh, yeah.
Traffic is, I'm telling you, you better have your hind parts down there by 5:00.
Can you take the train there?
No. You can you can take a train near there.
Yeah.
You have to walk a good portion. You can ride the MARTA train. It's not far from there, but the MARTA doesn't come directly to Turner Field.
What's considered not far? Is it a half a mile or?
It's shorter than that.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. That's where people don't want to deal with that parking. That's why I asked that question. Because much traffic is going to be, but your walk is probably going to be faster.
I'm gonna tell you something. If it's 3:00 and it's supposed to be 100-something degrees, I don't think you really want to walk a quarter of a mile.
No, you don't.
You gonna
Michelle, we all ride together. So just
I know I'm talking about the people though who ain't. But what I'm saying, I got y'all. I got y'all. I'm good. I'm gonna be backseat. I'm gonna be chauffeured around.
Zoe gave the best advice you can give. Come early.
Oh, look, and see, there goes Steve. I knew it was close. So it's 3 long blocks. I knew it didn't go 2 there, but it's close enough. But it's 3 blocks. Okay. I'm telling you, you ain't trying to walk in 100 degree heat. You're gonna smell like raw onions when you get in there.
Right.
But Zoe, if you're not driving and have to find a place to park, you don't have to be there.
It's been a train come to Georgia State.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, and for those that need that information, you can also ask the hotels too, man. Just do it.
Because
hold on. It probably does come to Georgia State. Oh, FYI, Georgia State is not a traditional college campus, people.
Georgia State in the city,
downtown Atlanta. It's downtown Atlanta,
right?
So it's 3 blocks away is still Georgia State campus. So I'm telling you,
it's a hot mess.
It's just like Emory University. It's just literal. It's just downtown. They're just like the tops of buildings is Emory University.
But yeah, I'm telling y'all, do not wait. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna be mad.
Tussie.
Oh, put that under your armpits.
That's another thing too. Get into the parking lots, the different lots they have for parking. It's a madhouse getting there to get a park, and then gotta walk to the stadium. So I'm telling you,
and you're talking 30 plus thousand people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get into one area, and you got a lot of ancillary things going on as well. So that's the other part. A lot of the stuff gonna be cut off as we put up the itinerary. They're gonna be using a lot of that space for like events and stuff. So. And everything that is available for parking won't be utilized for parking. So some of the stuff is going to be cut off because of the events. They're going to take up that space. So just be prepared. I mean, the tailgate, if you got tickets to the guard the yard tailgate, is going to be at 3:30 anyway. It starts. So you can come on down, tailgate, get some food. Hopefully it ain't 115 degrees out there. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there'll be a tent and everything. So.
I think it's in Summer Hill, so yeah, it's in the hood.
How can I ask you how many people hold in the stadium?
22,500, but we can get up above 23.
Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm excited.
We got about 7 more minutes, man. We're gonna shut that one down.
And we actually we set the attendance record when we play before cooking.
Hey, look, Zoe.
See? I tell you.
Y'all gonna be walking a mile, man. Unless you want to smell like sweat around you. You know how your collar smell like stink. Have you gonna sweat the whole time? You're gonna sweat your whole t-shirt out. Don't do that to yourself.
I'm telling you, man.
Have they said how many tickets been sold?
Nah.
No, I don't.
I'm just asking.
No,
I'm saying, I don't know.
You won't. I'm gonna be honest. No matter where it's played at for a neutral site game, you're really not gonna be privy to that info.
Got it.
Of like the amount. So most of the time, I'm trying to think because even like in the NFL stadium, most of the time they'll just tell you it's close to selling out, but they never give you a number like, oh, we got 1,000 tickets left or anything like that. So
got it.
Yeah. What about revenue? With it being televised, do each team get certain percentage?
No, they get each team.
No, Blue. Okay.
I don't think they get.
I think in this game, I think the conference gets this. If I'm not mistaken, I think the conference gets money for this game. This is not a direct payout to each school. If I'm correct.
It's just like playing in like the Chick-fil-A kickoff game as an FBS school. Like if you get chosen for that, or like the Duke's Mayo Classic, like A&T and Central didn't get like direct TV profits from that game because it just rotates each year. Just whatever conference is associated with it usually gets it.
Yeah. So in some roundabout way, we'll get, a percentage of that because when they do the split out for every school.
Yep.
But the conference get that money.
Well, it definitely is going to be a showcase for both schools for sure.
Exactly.
And
I
then,
will say this though: the only benefit in playing this game though is I do know that neither school is incurring any expenses though.
Yep, all expenses paid, money go to the conference.
Okay.
That's huge.
I was thinking right now when we dealing with a loss then. Okay.
No, we don't take no L.
Nah.
And we're gonna have everything we need. That's the objective of that. But we're gonna come back on Wednesday, man, and really have some series. We try hopefully get Kobe on and some others that need to find. I'm interested to hear Corey. Corey gonna do his typical Thursday.
Yeah, we'll get to
Carolina beat writer
from the other side.
Come on and talk. I'm really excited for that show. Make sure y'all go to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club, man, and grab that. I got 3 interviews scheduled with Tiger Talk this week. We got some more player interviews coming down the pipe. Another coaching, I think a coaching show. Some different stuff coming down the pipe, man. So we finna be working. It's about to be nonstop this week, and it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. But I don't want to be on too long. Blue, bro, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming up as always, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys, man. So perfect for Jackson State fans, man. Before y'all show on Wednesday, man, I want to say 7 p.m. Central, man. We're going to have Coach Terenzo Quinn And
Oh.
South Carolina State wide receivers coach Paul Holmes, man, on for the coaches corner. You know, do like an old me and Coach Fred wanted to do like an old school coaches show, like the old Bobby Bowden show where you get the
Oh yeah.
opponents
What?
coaches on and
Yeah.
everything. So I'll be live 7 p.m. man. I'm excited to meet Coach Quinn for the first time. I know him and Coach Fred go way back in those
And
All
that's
State days.
Central. That's Central.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Central.
Okay, so it'd be 8 p.m.
Dope.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be
Yep.
dope. Yeah, we plan on having some coaches. We ain't saying which coach just yet, but we definitely plan on and more than likely it won't be Friday night. We're looking at getting some coaches on Saturday morning. We're working on the finalization of that, and then we'll get to that. But that's gonna be good, man. Definitely gonna check that out.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
man. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be tuned in this week, man. Looking forward to seeing y'all in Atlanta.
Look,
Yes,
if you
sir.
do, if you do decide to come, you're not gonna come up to Saturday, right?
Probably Friday night, late Friday night, depending on what goes on. But yeah, I'll let you know when I decide.
Well, if you come Friday, hit me up
All right, I got you.
because we'll be out.
What link?
Yep. Later, guys.
All right,
Bye-bye.
brother.
Later, Blue. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to skid out too, so I can hop my ass in the shower.
Oh yeah, you ain't by yourself. You ain't by yourself at all.
Yeah.
I'm out of here too. I've been doing
Hey.
good. Here we go. Come on. I
Hey,
bought
listen,
my shirts today.
KC1400media.com. The pre-order link closes at midnight, I think. So go ahead and y'all go ahead and shop. Got about 20 minutes. If you haven't bought a shirt, man, get a shirt from us, man. Grab one, grab two, grab whatever color you like. Go to KC1400media.com, go to shop, and we appreciate you, man. We got some dope ideas coming behind this. The reason we're gonna shut the pre-orders down is so we can go ahead and pull the orders and get everything ordered. We still may have some inventory left over, but once what we will do is once we put that order in, then we'll go to upload the inventory of what's purchased, and then we'll have that on hand, and then that way we'll get into the regular so you can buy it right then. So appreciate everybody for the support, man. We're trying to grow this thing and got some really good numbers coming in. So go ahead and grab a t-shirt if you haven't, KC1400media.com, and y'all rock with us, man. Rock with us, man.
Love y'all.
Ain't no doubt about it. Love you too, sis. See y'all on Wednesday. Everybody, everyone's.
Yeah, love go Tigers.
Go
Deuces.
Tigers.
Peace out, everybody.